Hello everyone, and hello Ursa. I hope everyone is doing well today. Happy not Valentine's Day to those currently watching, because it's not Valentine's Day. It is actually 420, a different holiday with very different means to celebrate. And happy Valentine's Day to those maybe watching this VOD in the future someday on actually Valentine's Day. Thanks for making this your celebration. It's nice to have you. Also, hello Ursa, hello Hana. Inkley says, happy 420 to those who celebrate. Also, welcome in, nice to meet you. Or at least, nice to hear your voice. And Hana says, rainy. Ursa says, Ray! Hello! Hello. I am Rain, otherwise known as Ray, otherwise known as the guy who has his cat join him on his pet-themed stream, and he got fur in my eye. So I was like, it's 12 o'clock, I need to start, but there's cat fur in my eye. Oh my gosh, thank you, Hana, that's so sweet of you. Well, thanks for resubbing, and thanks for gifting a sub to Ursa. Yeah, he was just saying that's been a hard month, so he couldn't sub. And like, honestly, there's no need to sub or anything. I'm just sorry if you're missing some emotes. And thank you so much for the subs. I really appreciate it, and for gifting. And hello, Farrell, how's it going? I hope everyone's having a good day so far, and the day's treating you well. If it's not, I'll beat it up. So, let me know. We'll go fisticuffs on today, and make sure it is nice to you. But yeah, as Ink said, happy 420 to those who do celebrate, because it's, I would say the legalization of weed is pretty rad. I have lived in Colorado when it was, like, first a thing. It was pretty cool. It helps a lot of people out. A lot of people with disability, as well as people who just, like, want to have a fun time, and that's cool too. But that's my really uncouth segue into what might seem kind of serious. I got diagnosed with a disability last month. I know it seems a little heavy, but I only mention it because it will be explaining why today's stream is a little short. I can't stream that long. But I thought I'd, formally tell you. Anyways, Ursa says, love you, Foxy. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And Farrell says, hi, so good to see you. And it's so good to see you too. Thanks for coming on in. Sorry for the complete, curveball out there. Just, I don't know how else to normally say that sort of thing. But Hana says, of course, little cutie. So glad to see you back. And Hana says, love you, Ursi. Thank you. Yeah, it has been a long time. Which actually, that would have been a decent segue too into explaining that is, it's officially, as of tomorrow, the 8-month anniversary to when I got a very sudden disability. But it's only been 1 month since I've been diagnosed, so... Anyways, it's like a blood condition thing, and it makes it so I can't sit up or stand for too long. And that's why my streams will be shorter. But this one, no matter how short, we are still going to be celebrating our pets, including chat's pets. So, Hana or Farrell or Ursa, I know you got a good, wonderful pup. Ursa, if you wanted to DM me on Twitter or anything like that, or if you know me on Discord, feel free to send me pictures of your pets so I can draw them in MS Paint. Today we are starting with my brother's cat. I did not mean for this stream to start off a little bit of a bummer for some people, but this cat passed away in February, and I wanted to start the stream by honoring him. I was going to do a completely different Valentine's Day stream back in February that I could have just not done later. I could have just been like, whatever, I don't need a Valentine's Day stream. Because I don't. It's not like a holiday I really like or anything. But I was like, I'm gonna do one. And then I was like, nah, I don't really need to. And then my brother's cat passed away, and I was like, actually, I'm gonna do one, and I'm gonna honor pets, and I'm gonna start with my brother's cat, Uzi, that we see on screen now. I will write his name for the class. This is Uzi. And I was like, oh, I'll do it in honor of Uzi. And so, then I went on hiatus for, an incredibly long time and never did this stream. And I was like, no, now this Valentine's Day stream is important. It's for Uzi. And so we can honor all of our other pets, too. But, let me see. Catch it on my chat. Oh my gosh, it's so nice to have you guys all here today. I was so nervous about coming back, so it's really good to see everyone. But But Ursa says, I'm so glad I can see you and hear your voice again, best del amigo. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. It was nice to see you return, too. I know that was a bit a while ago, but you were gone for a bit, and I know the feeling. Mahana says, oh, you poor thing. I'm sorry, cutie. Yeah, I mean, that's how life goes, but it's not so bad. And Pearl says, always here to talk if you need to chat with other disabled folks. Thank you, Farrell. I appreciate it. I was like, I don't know if I, like, tag my Twitch stream, like, disabled to be like, hey, like, this actually does impact my streams, so I didn't want to just never mention it and people to be forever like, why does Rain only stream for, like, 2 or 3 hours? It's like, because I feel terrible if I stream any longer. So I just gotta, you know, put those specific boundaries, I guess. Girl says, oh, yee, I have cats. Yes, you got your cat! Oh my gosh, I know you were thinking about having a cat for a while. I'm so excited you got one. Also, yeah, audio's super different this time, so let me know if it, like, peaks too much or I should put, like, a noise filter on or something. It is currently no filter, just to give it a shot, I guess. But let me know if it's too spitty or there's, like, too much background noise. At some point, if, like, neighbors come outside, they're, like, right outside my window, I'll probably go into noise filter mode, just so you don't have to hear all my neighbors. Marissa says, my pup's always a cutie. Your pup is a cutie. And Hana says, ooh, I has 2 cats, hee hee, yes. Send them my way, we will honor them on stream today. And by honor, I mean I will draw them in MS Paint. So, it won't be like a beautiful realism portrait. I don't think you guys have ever really seen me draw animals before. I'm not like a pro. I just like doing it. And Farrell says, I DMs you one of my kitties. Thank you. I will. Absolutely. I already got Twitter pulled up. Yeah, the messages are coming in. Getting photos of cute animals. This was actually my plan all along. Nana says, Pink Rainy's adorable. Thank you. It's, nice to I guess, like, I had this stream planned. And I had this, like, I did all the effort to, like, change the color palette and stuff. And I was like, nah, I don't need to do Valentine's stream after all. And then I was like, no, now it's a noble Valentine's stream. I have to do it. And I was like, well, I guess now my efforts weren't in vain of making myself pink today. It's also spring, so it's nice to have a little pink palette. Maybe I'll have other, like, seasonal palettes. An orange time would be fun for fall. Ursa says, pet scent. And I love Pink Ray. Thank you. And Frost says, oh, I sent it via Discord. Yeah, your model's just so cute. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Coming from you guys are all super cute. So, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll pull up Discord. Nice. Getting the pet photos in. Loving it. And while Discord boots up, so Uzi will be the first one today. And I don't know exactly what pose to, like, draw him in, if I'm being honest, but he just looks really intense, as you can see. I guess I'll zoom in on some of his beautiful eyes. He just has, like, really doll-like features, and, like, they look kind of sad, like his eyes do, or they look really intense. So, I guess I'd like to emphasize that, because I'm going to be trying to, like, stylize it a bit. So if your animals also have, like, some personality traits, you're like, oh, like, this one's a heathen, or something, feel free to send me or text me when it comes to them. Like, how would you describe your pet? Because that might bleed into how I draw them. And Joel says, yeah, your model's just so cute. A cutie. Thanks. I appreciate it. Aw. And Shiny says, welcome back, Rainy. Thanks, Shiny. It's been so long. Gosh, yeah, last time I streamed was January. I was all like, man, let's have a really good 2023. And I'll be honest, there's been some good parts in 2023. This hasn't been the worst. Like, still got cat fur in my eye from my cat. So I don't know, it's muddying the waters of 2023. But, oh, but he's so cute. I can't be upset. Shiny says, hope you're going the greatest. Thank you! I hope you're going the greatest. I appreciate the sentiment. And I wish the same. I am doing okay. 2023 has been a time, but it has been a time with good times and bad times. Bad times are just times that are bad, as the otter from Animal Crossing will say. But this year hasn't been solely those, and right now is proof of that. This is a good time right now. Mashani says, I meant doing, but yeah. Oh, I hope you're doing the greatest. Yeah, I hope you were also doing the greatest. Farrell says 2023 epic roller coaster. Yeah, it got scary at first. 2023 was kind of a ride I did not want to be a part of initially. I am not drawing Uzi in red. I mean, I could draw Uzi in purple. I kind of like that. Maybe I'll give it purple. Oh my goodness. Maybe I'll give him purple highlights. Because he kind of has those in all these pictures. I kind of like the one where he's sitting up and, like, looking at the camera. And he has, like, this, like, weirdly, like, square head. I love how unique cats are. Like, why has he got, like, a trapezoid head going on? I don't know, but I appreciate it. Uzi was so cute. He was so sweet. He was so nice to my brother. He was a bit of a spaz. And he got along with my mom's cat, Simon, which was nice. But he did not get along with my mom's cat, Daniel, which was not nice. But Uzi was a legend. So sweet. And so soft. Like, what a silky cat. But yeah, 2023. How has your guys' 2023 been going so far? I know it's been a little intense for a lot of us. But I hope you've had some good memories. And I hope your days so far are going well, too. Mine has just started with rewatching an episode of anime I watched yesterday to get, like, a better idea of it. And then hydrating to heck and back. And then setting up for stream. I was really unsure about whether I should do, like, unfiltered audio, you know? Like, I'm like, oh gosh, but there's so much noise. I'm in an apartment, you know? Like, it's really hard to commit to doing things without filters. Like, I'm so anxious. Like, oh, what if someone walks by and we hear their whole conversation? But alas, I'm like, it just sounds better. It sounds less world. So I'll put noise filters on if I need. My nurse says, wait, I think I remember that cat. Wasn't that the same one from our call? I'm trying to think if we had a video call with this cat in it. Brevs has a cat that is black and white as well. I can actually put a picture of him on the screen. Because I have, like, backups of a bunch of my other cats in case no one had pets today for some reason. I was like, just in case no one has any pets. Very happy to see that's not the case. This is the one that you might have seen on your call. This bitch. Well, my cat was the one who was a bitch on our call, but that's Kitty. That's Brevs' cat. Frill says, mine is also an intense roller coaster. Yeah, I mean, first of all, January, February, and March happened. That was a time. But second of all, you got a cat, and that's so exciting. Well, what's your cat's name? Unless you send in your message, and then I will check it. Ursa says, in the same, 2023 has been a lot. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm really hoping that it's just, like, first start of the year jitters. Like, maybe it just has to come into its own. I would hope so. Oh my gosh, Farrell, your cat is so cute. Oh my god. It looks straight out of the Warrior Cats. It's so adorable. And Ursa says, yeah, the one who scratched a bit at your Pokemon card binder? Yes. My cat scratched at my Pokemon card binder because I wasn't looking at him for 2 fucking seconds while on the call, like, voice call, or video call with, Ursa. I was pissed. It was so sad. My binder has, like, all these precious stickers on it, too. I'm like, how could you? I thought we were friends. Farrell says, oh, I didn't get the cat after all. The one I sent is one of my old gals. She's technically my mom's cat. Oh! I'm gonna say, like, yeah, getting an animal companion, that's quite a shift in the year. Sorry if the kittens, like, you know you wanted to get a kitten. Sorry if it didn't work out. But I'm glad you still have your mom's wonderful old gal. She is super pretty. She looks like the leader of a warrior clan in Warrior Cats. Farrell says her name is Loki and she lives by the name. Oh, so she's a heathen. Oh, I love that. A little trickster cat. Love that for her. Versus, I remember that moment. I felt less bad, but the way you talked to him was fun. Yeah, I call my cat a bitch probably more than any other word. But I mean, it fits. Like, he's such a bitch sometimes. And he's currently in the sun, all, like, curled up right next to me. The one patch of sun, because, also, gonna slowly leak in some disability facts. So, like, if anything is slightly warm or the sun beats on me for, like, an ounce of time, all of my energy is sapped. I feel like a vampire. I mean, I guess it's to be expected an alien that is presumably from space wouldn't be super keen on the sun. Must be from some part of the world very far from it. But, yeah, it just saps, like, all my energy, so I currently have, like, blankets covering up the giant window in front of my desk. But there's one sliver, and my cat is laying in it like it is gold. But Feral says she's definitely a heathen. When she gets mad, she runs around the house opening all the cabinets. Oh my gosh, if I had a cat that opened cabinets, I think I'd be doomed. My cats are too bratty. Oh, wait a second. I'm doing this all wrong. We're gonna restart easy. That's impressive. What a smart cat. Oh my gosh, hello Z! Hello, Four Scorpions. How you doing? It's good to see you in here today. It's been a long time. I mean, I've seen you in Tier's chat, but I haven't seen you otherwise in a really long time. Hello! We're talking about 2023s. I hope yours has been going well. Oh gosh, this is the biggest size I can do on the pencil brush. Maybe I was doing it the right way. Okay, I'm gonna sketch first, and then I'm gonna get this little trapezoid cat head going. Also, Z, if you have any pets you'd like to share, which does include, I guess, warning for anyone in advance if this happens. If someone has a pet spider, I know that can, like, trip up a lot of people, but that includes, like, lizards, snakes, spiders. I will announce what animal we're showing on stream if it hasn't been done yet before I do it. So obviously, like, I'm not going to announce every cat. We're starting off with cats today. But, like, if someone's like, oh, I got a pet scorpion, for example, I will draw it. I totally want to love every pet. And I also want to respect people who have the gall to have a pet spider. I want to be one of them, but I just am not. I'm not that strong. I'm not that guy. Alright, I guess the picture where Uzi's, like, looking upward. You can only barely see his little tiny kitty cat chest. And his little tiny kitty cat paws. And then it's mostly his booty. He looks a little too fluffy, but I'll round him out as I go. And I'll put his tail this way so it doesn't interrupt all my references. And it says the Animal Crossing music. Yeah! I just looked up a playlist like, what's a springtime Nintendo jam? Because I've actually never had problems with Nintendo cutting my jams, which is very nice of them. And kind of unexpected. I almost expect it to happen someday, that they'll get really pissed that I, like, use their music. But it's a lot easier than using all the J-pop music I like, because that definitely always gets banned. Four Scorpion says, I'm big tired, but alright. It's been an eventful year so far. May some of those events be positive ones. But, sorry you're so tired. I'm glad you're alright, though. And Hana's jamming out. Yeah! Jamming out to these Animal Crossing vibes. Also, just thanks again to everyone who's being here. Like, it's so sweet of you. You didn't have to come out here for little old me, celebrating some goofy little guys. But here we are, being goofy guys together. The camaraderie is nice. Oh, okay. I did not close those lines. I was like, where's the open lines? Blatantly open line. Okay. Now I'm actually at a loss. Where's the open lines? Let's do some surgical work here. Where is the leak in the system? I don't see it. Oh, is it here? Dang, it's not there. What if I close that off? Yes! And Hana says, we missed our sweet alien boy. Oh, I missed you guys too. Honestly, it's been a little while being, like, on hiatus. I'm like, oh, man, I miss interacting with everyone. It's like a weird feeling. I'm really introverted and, like, really antisocial. But I'm like, oh, I don't know. I feel like this is such a good way to catch up with people, too. And just be like, hey, like, want to hang out and just draw for a bit? Like, this would be nice. So, it is nice. It is a nice method of communication. And also just, I don't know, making content. Four Scorpion says, was excited to see you were alive. I'm excited that you were around. This is a super weird time of day, admittedly. Like, not only is it a holiday where a lot of people are, frankly, just kind of chilling and doing their own thing somewhere, and not really watching streams probably as much, but it's also, like, midday, and I definitely don't like streaming this time of day, but when you live in an apartment area, you try to find the time that is quietest, and this was the quietest. And that's also what I've been doing these past couple months, finding the quietest time of day to stream. I'm like, alright, I have to stream before the kids get out of school. Ink says, Draw while watching stream. Hashtag parallel play. Yeah, parallel play. What are you drawing? I would love to know if you would love to share. I love when people draw alongside me. I think last time Four Scorpions was drawn with me. Marissa says, okay, bestie, I sent you my doggo and Hana's cats. Thank you! I appreciate it. And then the stream just ends. I just take your cat and dog pets and I leave. Alright. You're already thinking, Rain, what are you doing? You're muddying the waters. Why did you build this cat's body and then break it down? It's a part of the process. I don't MS Paint that often, but I really like the messiness of it. It makes it feel like I don't have to take like a million years to draw something. Nurse says, you're making me want to get up and take the pen. I mean, if you do, I would love to know what you draw, and I'd love to draw with you. It says some sticker commission of a really awesome clown character. I love clowns! Oh my gosh! I actually was watching a clown VTuber, like, not that long ago. They're super into Neon Genesis Evangelion, and their username is also based off of Neon Genesis Evangelion. I've never watched Neon Genesis Evangelion, but, like, I really like this person. I met them in person at a convention, like, a long time ago. So when I saw them on Instagram, and they were like, oh yeah, I might be a VTuber. I'm like, oh, that's cool. A clown VTuber. A clown VTuber? Like, oh my god! Like, jealous, that's so cool! As if I couldn't be one. But I don't know. I don't think I have enough of a sense of humor. I respect clowns, making people laugh. That's so cool. Lana says, if you all keep talking about drawing while I'm stuck here at work, I might just cry. The urge to get my iPad out right now, lol. Oh, you're at work! Well, first of all, thank you for attending while you're at work. I don't know, hanging out while you're at work. This isn't actually a class. There's no attendance. But secondly, I'm sorry that you're stuck at work. I hope that your shift is like at least halfway through or something, and you can get home, and if you're feeling inspired, draw and stuff. I would love to see what you draw. I know you post like a lot of stuff, but I don't feel like I get to see you like draw as much. But the things you post are really cute. They're always nice and uplifting. Like, hello everyone, hope you're having a good day. And like, hello everyone, I want you to know you're super cool. And I'm always like, oh, what a chipper person. Like, that's so nice. I am like too introverted and too low energy. I'm always just kind of like, ah. I hope everyone has a good day from afar. So it's really cool. Marissa says, take the iPad, take the iPad. Yes, I hope you can draw later with it. Oh, hello, John. How are you? Also, do you have any pets? Because you can totally send them to my Twitter and I will try to draw them today. Hana says, hee, it's okay. Luckily, I only have 2.5 hours left. Aw, Rainy, thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm blushy. Oh yeah, dude, of course. Like, you're like super nice. I don't know, it's like, I don't know, it's uplifting to see people like you and Ursa who are always so like positive and so like energetic. I'm like, oh man. I'm over here. I mean, I'm Rain for a reason. I'm so low energy. I'm like, yeah, we're just gonna chill. But you guys are like, I don't know, so uplifting. It's like having cheerleaders on your dashboard being like, you can do it, keep going. And I'm like, aw, that's so awesome. Like, I like that clowns can make people laugh, and I like that cheerleaders can cheer people on. That's so cool. Versus, I'm trying to be positive. I think you're succeeding. Also, first time chat from Wallace Lovecraft says, a nice cat indeed. Thank you! Also, welcome in. My name is Rain, but you can call me Ray if you like, because it's ironic and also somehow a little shorter. Versus says, lately it's been almost impossible. Man, I'm sorry for the struggle. But like, thanks for hanging in there and doing your best. I believe in you. I believe in you. And Shady says, ooh, drawing pets? Let me find a good picture to send real quick. Yes, please do. And John says, it's good. And yes, I have a cat and I have a dog. Well, heck, if you want to send them over to me with a little name and maybe you could send a personality trait, it's not a requirement. But if you send a picture of them to me on Twitter or on Discord, since I know we should probably share servers together, at least one of our friends, we've got to be in the same server together, I feel like. But Twitter's definitely open, DMs are there. If you want to just tell me your pet's name, but also, yeah, if you want to give me, like, this one's a heathen, this one sucks ass, I hate this one sometimes, but I love it ultimately. Pets are complicated, but we love them so much. Hana says, Ursa huggies. Yes, all the hugs to Ursa. And John says, yeah, I'll DM you, thank you. And Ursa says, but I'll keep doing my best, I guess. Well, good. Don't guess. Do! I believe in you. You got this. You always pull through, and I mean, you're a guy strong character, so I have no doubts. And this says, Hana Huggies. And poor Scorpion says, really love the pink also. I keep thinking that and not typing it. Oh, thank you. It was nice to change it up a bit. I'm always, like yellow, white, and blue. So it's nice to be pink, orange, and white, I guess, are my colors today. I don't know. I'm not an artist. I don't know what colors are. Which, actually, to be clear, I've known artists that are colorblind, so you don't need to know colors to be an artist. You just gotta have passion. And I stand by that. So, that statement doesn't actually work. Haha, me trumped card. Checkmate. I don't know why I can just complete the conversation with myself, but thanks for witnessing it. So it says, and of course, Ray Ray, huggies. Thank you. And this is all the huggies for the cute Ray Ray. Oh, thank you. I feel loved. I feel hugged. It's a warm blanket of friends. Right, so my brother who likes Uzi, he would describe him as having... My brother who likes... Of course, it's his Uzi. My brother who owns Uzi always described him as having, like, a wizard beard and mustache. So I'm gonna try to draw that. Well, it says, is it actually Valentine's Day today? I mean, it can be if you want it to be. I feel like holidays like that should be totally up in the air. Though I guess it is based off a specific day. In which case... no, the actual day for it is February 14th, and today is April 20th. Well, so if perhaps it's today's Christmas, heck yeah, I mean, why not? Like, I know, like, some people might be like, okay, Ray, these actually have, like, really serious implications. Like, Christmas and Easter and, like, Valentine's all have, like, sort of, like, historical or religious connotations. So, I mean, maybe it's a little haphazard to just throw them on random days, but, I mean... I usually just celebrate them for the fun of it anyways, and if you're just celebrating for the fun of it, then why not be able to do it any day you want? I think that would be cool. Wallace, I like your little evil grin. Today's Christmas, I'd be okay with that. I like Christmas. Though I do like when it's cold in Christmas. I'm not a huge fan of the warmth. It's a little too hot where I'm at. Oh, it says, it's every stoner's Christmas. Oh, well, yeah, the Christmas tree's just a weed leaf. Yeah, honestly, shout out to all my stoners out there. I appreciate you. My time in Colorado when it was like one of the only states that had legalized weed. Everyone was just so chill and so, like, nice. I was like, you know, this should be legalized everywhere. And you know, no, it's making its way. Very slowly. There was voting in my state for the legalization of weed recently. And it did not go through, which really sucks. I did go to the polls. I was like, I really want this to be legalized. I don't even smoke weed, I swear. I just think it would be so helpful if it was legal for everyone who does. But, alas, I live in a state of prudes who are like, that devil's lettuce. I'm like, to each their own. Except it kind of sucks they didn't really give that option. They're like, no, not to each their own. Only my idea. You can't have it at all. It's illegal. And I'm like, wow. I don't know. Your prudishness goes too far if you start making everyone else's decisions for them, I think. Ursa says, Hana, calm your lungs. Where's the amount of hee-hees that she's doing? That is a lot of... I mean, how long can you hee-hee-hee-hee-hee-hee-hee-hee? I guess you probably should take a breath at some point. Man, I actually didn't get to... This cat I'm drawing now, he left a really big impression, but I have only actually got to meet him twice in my life. Very short periods. It was last Christmas and last Thanksgiving. But... they were very memorable experiences. He was really silly. It's also cool to see cats be able to climb giant cat towers. My cats have, like, medium height cat towers, but I would like to see if they could climb a giant cat tower someday. Ursa says wee-hee-heeing. And Wallace says, is he gone now? Yeah, unfortunately this cat passed around Valentine's Day, so this was supposed to be... Oh yeah, I guess you asked if it was Valentine's Day. I never explained why this is a Valentine's Day stream. Originally I was going to stream some Valentine's Day themed game on Valentine's Day, and then I was like, my brother's cat passed away really shortly before Valentine's Day, and I was like, this cat that I'm drawing here. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna make this stream actually about, like, celebrating our pets. And I'm gonna start by drawing this cat. Because it was like an ode to him. And, like, this stream is kind of an ode to Uzi in general. But, I then went on hiatus for several months because the internet was wild and I did not want to be there, so I left. But then today I came back for the first time in a couple months since then, and I was like, well, I still have to honor him. I still have to honor... Oh, my cat ears didn't go off. I'm so sorry. What the heck? I tested those like 2 seconds ago. What if I do the cat ears on, off? Redeeming them? What the heck? I will get to the bottom of this. I'm so sorry. I seriously just tested my cat ears. Ah, there we go. Okay. They're a bit goofy because they're pink, but I tried to get them in today. Thank you. Also, Hana redeemed saying yeah. I will say yeah. Thank you. We'll be saying yeah for the next 5 minutes. It's 12:33, so we'll go till 12:38 yeah. But yes, yeah. It says, perfect for kitty doodles, yeah. Thank you. It is perfect for kitty doodles, yeah. Thank you. Ink says, nya nation, yeah, yeah. Jan says, nya time, lol. Yes, nya. And Ursa says, nya, nya. For real, nya. It gets nya time now. Gotta get real serious, nya. But yes, my brother's cat passed away, and I really wanted to do this Valentine's Day stream for him in his honor, and then it wasn't Valentine's Day anymore, but I was like, heck it, I'm still gonna do it, and it's still gonna be Valentine's Day theme, yeah, just for Uzi, yeah. So today is Valentine's Day in my heart, yeah. And I'm hoping it can be in yours, yeah. Which actually makes me curious, how did you guys celebrate your Valentine's Day this year, yeah? Bros and I always just celebrate it as a platonic friend day, yeah, and we usually consume Sonic the Hedgehog content because it's full of good platonic relationships, yeah. You got a lot of whiskers, yeah. So cute, yeah. Oh, I love cat whiskers. Especially on black cats when they have, like, white whiskers, yeah. Well, it says, redeemed hydrate. Thank you, yeah. I will totally do that. Let me mute for a second, yeah. I have come back now. I know there's too much spit in my mouth now, yeah. Try to swallow it, yeah. I feel like either you drink water and there's like less spit in your mouth, or you drink water and now there is like a surplus, yeah. So it's always good to ask, yeah. Or to celebrate alone, haha, yeah. No, you're never alone. I hope you had at least some good chocolates or you enjoyed some good content, yeah. And Hana said, I did absolutely nothing for V-Day, yeah. But that's okay, because we can all celebrate it together, yeah, yeah. Yes, you're right. We're celebrating it currently, with our beautiful pets in mind, and our wonderful company beside, yeah. Bro says, I played Valheim with a friend, but otherwise nothing, yeah. Oh, good, friend love. That's the most powerful kind of love, in my opinion, yeah. Well, I guess it's debatable. I think everything's powerful in a different kind of way, yeah. But I actually like the fact that, like, friendship is one of those things, you know, where, like, you have to choose to have it, yeah, and, like, you have to choose to maintain it, yeah. But there was nothing that brought you together, yeah, other than your desire to be there for each other, yeah. And that's just so amazing, yeah. Like, sometimes a pet relationship is because you kind of need them for emotional support, yeah. And sometimes a family relationship, well, most often, is because you were born that way with your family, yeah. But friends, the power of friendship, yeah. It's so cool. Yeah. And Ursa says, oh, I gifted a pretty foxy a cute necklace, yeah. She loved it, yeah. And Hana says, haha, yes she did, yeah. And she does, yeah. Wow. You knew about this? No, I'm just kidding, yeah. Oh, I'm so glad that you guys got to celebrate Valentine's together in a way. Yeah, that's so cool. John says, the power of nyaship? Yes, the power of nyaship. The power of passion and friends and yeah. Man, I don't know what it is about the Nya redeem, but it gets me a little hype sometimes, yeah. It brings me back, probably. It always brings me back to my middle school days, yeah. I would say Nya unironically, because I was a Chunibyo, yeah. Hana says, hee hee hee, I love it, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I think Ergo is the one. Ergo and Kudono are some friends of mine who both happen to be crows, yeah, who have a nya redeem, yeah. Don't ask me why birds are nyawing, but I'm an alien who nyaws, so I can't really talk. It's fair. Fair game. All is fair in love and yeah. But yeah, I stole the redeem from them, yeah, because I was like, oh my gosh, I can be a Junibia like when I was in middle school, and I can like say yeah to my heart's content were it to be asked. I'll totally do that, yeah. Oh man, you guys ever see that like one text exchange and it's like this black cat in the windowsill, yeah, and it's like, you know how cats like rust technically, yeah, and they like have like brown and reddish like fur instead of black, yeah. And someone was like, it's like a Coca-Cola, yeah. I thought that was really cute, honestly. My roommate's cat rusts like a Coca-Cola. Also, hello, Corky Shark, yeah. Nice to meet you. We are mid-Nya redeem, but we only have 1 minute left. That being said, you'll get the special Nya edition of my intro. My name is Rain, but you can call me Rain, yeah. Nice to meet you. Today we are celebrating our pets, yeah. And it's 12:38, so I'm no longer saying yeah. We're celebrating our pets today, starting with my brother's cat, Uzi. This little guy you see me drawing here. He's a good little rascal. I like him a lot. He has beautiful eyes. But I hope your day's going well today. It's so hard to tell cat eye colors. I always feel like the green is so like desaturated. It's like a kind of more gray. But I still like it. It's very pretty. I like desaturated colors. Corey says, nice to meet you too. Love the kitty drawing. Uzi's such a cute name. Isn't it? I always liked it too. It's like, we would just call him Ooze for short. Just kind of like Rain being Ray. Like, you didn't need to shorten an already short name. But it's really nice and it's fun to say. Also, it's got, I guess, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle vibes. You got the Ooze. So I'd always just call him the Ooze. Maybe the Wizard of Ooze would have been a good name. But do you have any pets of your own? Because we're drawing lots of people's pets today. For as long as I can, anyway. And also, since we're celebrating pet love anyways, it's nice just to talk about them. If you guys have any fun pet stories, I would love to hear them. My current situation of pets is that my cat is just curled up in the sun. He's just he got up and he spun around though, so that's a pretty big deal. I would say that's marked for that in the history books. Of course, he says, I have a corgi named Striker. That makes so much sense. I'm so glad you actually have a corgi. I know a lot of people who really love corgis, and I've always wanted one. But it's nice to love corgis and actually have one. I bet Striker is a doll. I have a friend who has a corgi, and like a lot of people who meet her are always like, oh man, I've always loved corgis, but like I've never actually gone on my way to like get one, or like I've never met one before. And I'm like, that's so wild to me that there are people who haven't met corgis, because I've known this friend for a long time and her family has always had like a surplus of corgis. They had 3 corgis at one time. One of them looked like a little shrunken German Shepherd. I didn't know corgis could look like that. Shani said, I sent one of my pets on Twitter. I have far too many to send in one go. Hey, that doesn't sound like a bad thing. Thank you for sending me one of your pets. But yeah, corgi, if you have like a Twitter or anything like I have an Instagram too. Technically, I don't know how to check DMs on it on desktop, but I can try. If you wanted to send me a picture of Striker, I could line Striker up in queue to draw. I don't know how many, let me see how many pets I have in queue so far today. I have Farrell's wonderful cat, Loki. And John has sent a dog named Loki! Oh my god! Kindred spirits! Best friends! Dog named Loki, cat named Thor. Both are spoiled gremlins? Cool. And they both have the same heterochromia. Holy shit! John's got such cute pets. Which you guys will see when the time comes. Sorry to freak out about something you can't see right now. And I've also gotten Shiny's pet. Let me see. Oh, it's a beautiful horse! Oh my god! Thank you. Earl says, ooh, yeah, we're getting some horses up in here. I am not good at drawing horses, but I have watched My Little Pony, so we're gonna do our best. Horse named Gaius, and it's a huge baby. And stick around to see Gaius later. I'm just gonna like clickbait with your guys' pets. Um, and Ursa sent the beautiful pup so much. I love Ursa's pup. Oh, and Hannah's beautiful cats. Oh my god. Crystal and Luna. Oh, I love that. And John says, nice. Yeah, so I just lose my cool over some pets real quick. But yeah, if you need my Twitter, I think I have a command for that. Bop. Nope, that's not how that works. Shh, I know how things work. I know how. Unrecognized command Twitter! Well, I can just type it in the comments. I think I actually have everything that's like socials. Will that work? Nope. Okay, I'm just gonna type my Twitter. I guess my commands are not working today. I swear, I tested all this stuff beforehand. I was a good guy today. I went out of my way. And I was like, I'm gonna test all my commands and all my links. And my cat ears aren't working. Those brats. Also, Corgi, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining us. And Hana says, thank you. I'm a little obsessed with Sailor Moon. Hehe. I mean, it's wonderful to have a hyperfixation. I always wanted to name my cats Kyo and Ikuto for Fruits Basket and Shigokara. But I got an orange-ish cat, and it wasn't orange enough. So I just named him Kai. It's pretty close to Kyo, though. I feel like if I had a cat that, like, reminded me of a character, like, how could I not name him? Specifically, Kai was almost named after 3 different Breaking Bad characters, because it's what I was watching at the time. He was going to be named Jesse or Gus. I guess only 2, because I was going to either name him Jesse or Gus, but I also was going to name him after, like, characters from the Pennywise movie, It. Hana says, OMG Fruits Basket is my #1 fave! Heck yeah! That's definitely in my top 10 anime. And that was one of the first ones I ever watched. It's so good. I'm so glad you like it, too. Do you have a favorite character? It stinks they don't have a Fox Zodiac. That'd be so cool. Alright, I know these eyes look vaguely concerning right now, but they won't be that way until the end. Let me get the brush out. We'll zoom in a bit. We'll give some definition. Get a little sadder, because his eyes look so sad for some gosh dang reason. And Corgi says, what's your top anime? My top anime? Oh, I actually have it written down. I'm so excited you asked. And he says, Jesse, we need to cook kibble. John just says, BRB, gotta grab some food. Roger that, John. Enjoy your food. And Hana says, my faves are tied with Kyo and Toru. They're so sweet. I actually only have the manga with those 2 on the volume. They're precious. And Hana also says, Anne's gonna get a tattoo of Toru and Kyo. Ooh, that's so cool. That would be, oh man, I don't even know what I'd get for a Fruits Basket tattoo. Probably just a rice ball, because it's like, the meaning of the rice ball in the show is really, really cool. I like it a lot. But yeah, here, I'll pull up my top 10 anime list. Tell me if you know literally any of these. Some of them are like really mainstream. And some of them you're like, dude, what is that? Like, what is that? So, let me pull that up. Okay, I had to make this recently because I was making my MyAnimeList account, and you can only have 10 favorites, so I had to decide what my 10 favorite anime were. It was very hard. And Hana says, ugh, yes, they're so cute. They're so precious. Remember my friend used to be like, Team Yuki, and I was like, Team Kyo. I now kind of wish Toru could date both Yuki and Kyo, because I'm sick of choosing. Just date both. I mean, I think they're all cute together. Even Kyo and Yuki kind of have some chemistry, if I'm being honest. Okay, my top 10. I guess I could take a picture of my top 10, and I could share it. Actually, would that take a... Well, we'll see. Let's give this a shot. A screenshot, haha. And let's see if we can do this. Uno momento, Uzi. There we go. This is my list. I will blow it up on the screen. Okay, my #1 anime of all time is Tokyo Mew Mew. It was also my first anime. So you might hear me say sometimes, like, Fruits Basket is my first anime, or Tokyo Mew Mew is my first anime. I watched them both simultaneously, and they were both my introduction to anime. So they're both on this list, naturally. Tokyo Mew Mew is up top. I feel like it does the magical girl genre in the exact way I want it to be done. With animal ears, and with a bunch of fun colors, and characters that are really, like, unique and diverse in their personality archetypes. most of the premise is cute, and a little biased because RDA stands for Rainy Day Alien, but it also stands for Red Data Animal, and that's like a huge plot point in Tokimimu. That wasn't intentional, just a really cool happenstance. Number 2, Zombieland Saga. It's so good! I'm rewatching it with my roommate right now, and it is such a good time. Oh my gosh. Probably like the best comedy I've ever seen in an anime ever, but also just such a good plot and like the most ideal idol anime I've ever consumed. And then Black Rock Shooter, super short. If your anime is shorter than 12 episodes, you got me hooked. I'm already like, oh, awesome. This is so short. I'm so glad. I cannot like commit to a really long series. Shigokara is the longest series I've ever watched, and I'm not going to do that again. Shiny says, the only ones I know on that list are Fruits Basket and Love Live. Yeah, see, I have some on here that are known, but yeah, the rest, not so much. When it says I've only seen 1 out of your 10, this is actually the response I kind of expected. I have some, like, I'll mark the ones that I'm like, people tend to know these. People tend to know this one. People have heard of this one. Some people, like, this one's, Shigokara is a little niche, but not super so. And then people know this one and this one. But the ones that I guess are a little more niche are probably Do-It-Yourself, Marmalade Boy, Ochiken, and Black Rock Shooter. I think those are the ones that people are usually like, what do you watch? And I'm like, I watch content, but I don't ever like watch what's ongoing, and I don't often watch too many recommendations. So I just kind of like have a weird conglomerate of stuff that I'm like, ooh, this looks neat, and then I like find it, or I like find some arbitrary way. Because Zombieland Saga, so good. Black Rock Shooter, it's only 8 episodes, already got me there, but it's also based off a Vocaloid song, and it was before that was like really popular of an anime thing. Also the OVA is like so beautiful, the art style is so nice, but the content itself is such an interesting concept of like, and I can't really explain it too much because it's kind of spoilers, but it's really cool. And like cool fight scenes. They actually do 3D anime like way back, like 10 years ago, but it looked good. Which sounds like not possible. It was somehow. Black Rock Shooter figured it out. Like way back when. Because it has like 3D and 2D segments, but the 3D segments are like really solid. Anyways, Fruits Basket is a classic. Is a good time. Zodiacs, I'm a sucker for him. Learned about him a lot growing up. And then the cat Zodiacs included. I think that's pretty darn cool. Shigokara? Yeah, longest series I've ever watched. It definitely does, I say Tokimimu does Magical Girl in like the most, probably classic way that I really appreciate, but Shigokara actually does magical genre in a more like creative and all-encompassing way. Like its plot is like really specific and the world building's really fun. And there's not just magical girls, but there's magical boys. And I'm like, that's awesome. Thanks for helping develop my gender as a child, Shigokara, because I can credit you for a lot of that. Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun, or I think like Girls Daily Nozaki-kun. A really, really good way to turn a 4-coma comic into an anime. Really solid time. Highly recommend it. I met Ergo, and he was like, that's my favorite anime, and I immediately just watched it, and it was really, really good. I like it a lot. It's only 12 episodes, but it's on DVD. Now I'm reading the manga. It's all good. It's adapted so sincerely and so well. It's like a 4-coma with direction, and so it feels like there's a reason to keep watching. Currently watching Daily Lives of High School Boys, and there's no direction, and I kind of find it hard to keep going, but it still is charming and cute. I think this is like the format of 4-coma to anime, but made in a way I enjoy it more. Lana says, I like the storyline in the remake, but the 2001 version is so much more goofy, which is the reason I loved it so much. Yeah, right! Like, for Fruits Basket, I got like 11 episodes into the remake, but it just felt like it was lacking some of that original, like, goofy heart that the original had, and I just couldn't, like, find myself enjoying it as much, which is sad, because the remake actually tells the whole story of Fruits Basket. But the 2001 edition was so much more charming, and, like, the remakes are like, we're more faithful, but we're gonna take out certain character attributes because they just don't age well, and I'm like, you're adapting something from the 2000s! Like, yeah, that just kind of happens sometimes. Like, why would you do that? Like, they're like, we're so faithful, but we're gonna cut this out. And we're so faithful, but we're gonna change this character's voice, and this, and not no one else's. And like, we're so faithful, but we're gonna completely overhaul the art style so that it's painfully generic and overblown and too glowy. And like, the colors are lost. Like, the color, as an artist, Frankly, I really, really don't like the new Fruits Basket, but I'm glad it finally finished the story, at least. I just really like the 2001 just because the vibes were there, and the remake just didn't have those vibes. They really tried, though, and in some sequences they're still really fun, and it still was enjoyable, and I'd recommend it if you want the whole tale. But I didn't need to. And Hana says, yes, why did they change your big blue eyes and make them brown? Okay, I also have beef with that. As someone whose favorite eye color is brown, like, I love brown eyes so much, but I really hate the anime trope of when the character's hair is the same color as the eyes. It's so boring! I'm like, stop! Like, I get that brown-haired people with brown eyes exist, and that's like, I'm like, okay, that's cool, that's fine. But like, Kyo has orange hair and then orange eyes, and Yuki has gray hair and gray eyes, and then like, Momiji has blonde hair and blonde eyes, and it's like, except, I do think that he actually, no, he used to have brown eyes. What the heck? Why'd you get rid of Momiji's brown eyes? So they kind of did this thing where they got rid of all the cool eye colors. Like, Kyo used to have red eyes, and Yuki used to have purple eyes, and it's like, ugh. And I don't really care. Like, I'm not, as much as it'll be like, oh yeah, the remake's like, we're trying to be faithful, and I'm like, yeah, but you kind of skipped some of that. Like, and they kind of just completely did a lot of stuff unfaithfully in a way that I really don't like. At least the, like, brown hair, brown eyes, gray hair, gray eyes thing, that is more faithful. But in the end, I don't actually care about faithfulness. It's just that the remake boasted being more faithful, and in a lot of ways it was less faithful than the original, and I really didn't like that. And Anna says, right, it irks me. For real. And Shiny says, oh god, brown eyes truly are a weakness for me. Brown eyes are truly chef's kiss. Hell yeah, they are. And like, I'm glad that there was like Toru with brown hair, brown eyes for my friend who has brown hair, brown eyes, and she super relates to Toru, and it's like, it makes me so happy, and I'm like, that's great. My human form though, like I stole my parents' genetics, and I have like brown hair, blue eyes, and it's like, oh man, I relate. Like, I related to OG Toru. But, I don't know. There's probably enough of every type of character eye hair combination. I'm just like, I do think it's kind of boring when it's like every character's eye color and hair color are the same. I mean, Madoka does that, but I think it makes up for having an incredibly like unique art style, so it doesn't really bother me super much, but I'm still kind of like, whatever. I'm not super big on it. And then Sword Online does it, and it has a kind of unique art style, but doesn't really push it too much. Anyways, I watched a decent amount of anime, not a lot, but I've watched enough to know that I don't like that trope of same hair color, same eye color. Sometimes with the exception of brown hair, brown eyes, but it's only because that's like really common and I have a lot of friends with brown hair, brown eyes. Even Ursa just says, I'm a boring character with brown hair, brown eyes. That's not boring. That's wonderful. I love brown hair. I love brown eyes. I just think in anime, if your characters have pink hair and then pink eyes, or like they've got like purple hair, purple eyes, and like you coordinate them, I'm like, you're getting wild with the colors. Why'd you get that boring with the eye colors? Like, couldn't you make them have a contrast, like purple hair, green eyes, or something like that? I don't know. I think it'd be more visually appealing and differentiate them from other characters more. Well, that's just me, a character design nerd. Not a professional, just a nerd. Anyways, do it yourself, highly recommend it. I watched that recently and it made it into my top 10 real fucking fast. It's like slice of life done peak. Ink says the curtains match the windows? For real! That's exactly how that art style feels like. Okay? Oh my goodness. But if you like slice of life, watch it, do it yourself. Totally recommend it. It's a great time. It feels like taking a nap, having like the best dream ever, and then waking up feeling really refreshed. That is exactly how that show feels. Marmalade Boy is a trash heap. It sucks ass, but it brought shoujo to America, and the dub is one of the funniest things I've ever watched in my whole entire life. The sub takes it a little too seriously, so it loses some of the charm. But the situations these characters get into, and the fact that all the characters are kind of terrible people for the most part, it's like trash to consume. Like, it's like the best fast food you've ever eaten. 9, Ochiken. This probably shouldn't be on here, but I watched it a million times. It's just like a really tiny short series I've actually watched, and I post my watch through on YouTube if you ever want to see it. But I watched through it. It's really, really short, and it's just about a bunch of tea-scented dogs. They're really cute, but I grew up with them when I lived in Japan, so I feel like really attached to the Ochiken characters. And so that, like, the opening and the ending and, like, the little characters, noises, and everything like that, they just make me so happy. And lastly, Love Live. It's, like, I feel like Toki is like generic Maho done right. Love Live is like generic Idols done right. Much like how Shigokara is like fresh Maho take done really well. And Zombieland Saga is like fresh Idol done really well. Like I would say Zombieland Saga, Shigokara are like, we like this genre, let's make it more. Tokimimi and Love Live are very much like, we like this genre, let's stick to it with small, like, but really, really well done tropes. And I'm like, okay, I really respect that. If you can make it, like, full of tropes, but done really well to the point where I don't feel like I'm just watching something I've seen a million times before, I don't care if you're doing tropes. I don't care if you're, like, generic. As long as you're generic good. And so I feel like Love Live and Tokimimi, they're generic in an incredibly wonderful, digestible way that I will always cherish. Also, I feel like I can't put, like, not put Love Live on there. I cosplay, like, a lot of Nico Yazawa outfits. She's my daughter. I respect the heck out of her. Nico Nico Ni till the day I die. How big are his pupils in this? Oh, they're pretty big. Thank you for listening, and thank you for asking about my anime tirade. I did not intend to go off that long. I have a very low attention span, and that was Exhibit A. Exhibit Anime, am I right? Alright. But now we're back on some ooze track. Hana says, it's looking amazing, Rainy. Thank you! Yeah, he should be done pretty soon. Because these will be pretty simple, just so I can get to as many as I can today. Gotta get his little toes in there. Oh my god, I love cat toes. There's so much. Actually, my cat disappeared. He's no longer next to me. But at least I have you guys. But yeah, I have a weak spot for cat toe beans. I think most people do. I think they were, like, genetically engineered to make us all weak. When it says to toe beans, yes, 100%. Toe beans are so powerful. I need to make the other eye, but I made the mistake. I'm right-handed, so when I draw this left eye, I will be covering up the right eye. I won't be able to have it as, like, a reference for the other side. I just have to have hope. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, I have to cover up the right eye to make the left one. Any left-handed people in my chat today? Because if so, that's neat. I am sorry that if you write English, that sounds like a pain. I know you probably had a lot of smeared pencil growing up. Heck, I have a lot of smeared pencil, but it's just because I'm the guy who keeps drawing the right side of a picture first. So whenever I draw traditional stuff growing up, and honestly even currently now, every time I draw something traditional, I end up smearing everything on the right side, because I'm like, why do I draw on the right first? I really should draw on the left first. Ing says they were genetically engineered to make cats really silent for hunting prey. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'd say that's pretty cute as heck. How radical of them. Self-sufficiency? What's cuter than that? You can hunt? Very cool. Oh man, there's these cats I've been thinking about. I was like laying awake last night thinking about these cats in my neighborhood, because there's just a couple of them that just like walk around really late at night, and I'm like, are they someone else's cats? Are these like stray cats? I don't know. Part of me wants to take them to like a vet and like be like, hey, like, can you check for like a microchip, because what if they're strays? But they look well fed, so they're either like amazing hunters or people just keep letting their cats out at like 2 a.m. I don't know, it always worries me, and I'm like, well, I don't want to take someone's cat to the vet at 2 a.m. and like have to host their cat from 2 a.m. to like whenever the vet opens. I have 2 other cats. They probably would not like me like having a random cat inside. But also, like, I don't know, I worry about them. I hate seeing cats out on the street because I always worry that they're like cold and alone. But they look well fed, so at least they're healthy. Like, none of them look mangy or unwell. Alright, is this where the eye goes? No, it's not where the eye goes. Goodness, he's doing the Puss in Boots! Which was a great movie, am I right? I only saw it once in theaters, but my friend Rev saw it like a whole bunch of times. It's like one of his favorite movies now. Which I respect. It was a really good time. It was really beautifully animated. Although everyone spoiled aspects of it for me on Twitter, and I never thought I'd get spoilers for, like, an animated movie. Because people usually just... Like, I usually just enjoy animated movies, and then the internet doesn't talk about them very much. But the internet talked a lot about this one, and was like, oh my god, remember that spoiler at this moment? I'm like, it's been out 1 week! Like, give me a chance, dang! I'm watching this new anime called Skip and Loafer, which I won't spoil for you, because it's good. And it's well written, and it's a nice... I think it's gonna be a romance anime, but right now it's very slice-of-lifey. Just based off of the opening, I think it's gonna be a romance anime. But it's really good so far. And, like, someone I follow, within an hour of an episode came out, spoiled the episode. And I was like, are you for real? Like, you didn't even give me an hour to watch the episode? I don't always even watch things, like, the day they come out. I don't even watch a lot of ongoing products, honestly. I'm pretty slow at watching content in general, but... spoiling things the hour it comes out, that feels like a little bit too much, in my opinion. Alright, Uzi, going back up to you for reference. Am I forgetting any of your wonderful, beautiful attributes? I guess his ears kind of go in like this. Boop, boop, boop. And he's kind of got some, like, white ear fur. Yeah, I think that's correct. And he doesn't seem to have any of those really, like, okay, he has, like, 1 or 2 of those really noticeable eyebrows. That is too small. I probably need to do it in the brush. Okay. Yeah, I think... probably gonna add, like, a little bit of the, like, thigh he's got going on. And then I think that's good. I think this is easy. I mean, okay, wait, no. I'm still unsatisfied. Let me add, like, a little bit of shade down here. I think that would add a little bit of dimension since it's foreshortened. I don't know if that made it better or worse, but there he is, the wonderful Puss in Boots-eyed cat with his beautiful little toes. Wow, perfection. I want to save this, but I don't know if with MS Paint it will just show all my files, and I don't know. Sorry, adjusting my seat real quick. I don't know if it'll show all my files, and I don't know where it's gonna show my files, like if it's gonna go to my downloads or not. Let me put up a BRB screen real quick. I'm gonna check this, and I will be right back. I am back. Rosalie says the anti-docs BRB. Yeah, the anti-docs BRB. It actually just, I was silly, and this actually was a previous picture. It was my audio test settings before it was Uzi, and so I was like, what happens when I press save? Is it gonna pull up all my files? No, it just saved over my audio, like, settings. Which is fine, I was only for this episode anyways. I do a different audio, like, every time. I'm, like, painstaking about my audio checking. Rosaldia says, also, happy Thursday, Rain. Hello, Rosaldia, happy Thursday. It's the best day of the week, is it not? It's also not Valentine's Day. It is 4/20, but we're celebrating Valentine's Day, which is great. How are you? I hope today is treating you well. And Hannah says, hee hee, yes. Yeah, can't let that doxing be happening. But mostly doxing of other people. I share this computer with other individuals, so I really don't want to be giving away their information. So it's like, I don't ever know what, like, folders are gonna be last up, because I'm like, what if they were here last? Like, that would suck. Don't want to show, oh, yeah, what if there's, like, NSFW? I mean, I got NSFW on here. I'd hate to show those files. I would have to take down the stream, and it's for Uzi! Alright, so we saved. We got Uzi today. I'm gonna go ahead and crop him out in honor. And I'm going to save as, and these are normal files, okay. We're good. And they don't show on the screen. Rosaldia says, I'm doing well. Glad to hear it. What are you up to this Thursday? Oh, I already got the answer. Very radical. Rosaldia says, eating lunch, so watching Cozy Pet Drawing is A+. Oh, well, heck, if you got any pets you want to send, feel free to DM them. I am going to move on to the next pet, but I think the first one I got was from Ursa. I think. Let me check. Yes, the first pet pick I got was from Ursa, so I'll be drawing... Oh, Inga says, gotta go eat. Enjoy your food. Have a good meal. And I hope you are also having a good meal, Rosalja, that your food today is kind to your stomach and kind to your soul. Am I doing save as? Okay, save as Ursa's puppy. I do feel kind of bad. I have been told Ursa's puppy's name several times. I am really bad with names, unless it's an anime, and then for some reason, the like syllable-based language of Japanese. Oh my god, of anime. Don't let me speak any language ever again. The syllable-based language of Japanese is way easier for me to remember. So, I feel bad I don't remember this puppy's name. But I've seen many pictures of him, and I love him. I think I will draw him in this little cuddly pose that he is currently in. Alright, with this brush. Oh, the music stopped. I did not realize. Luckily, I've pulled up a second playlist. Result just sends lots of hearts to you too. We got lots of cute animals there, unless these hearts are for the animals, because we got lots of cute animals today. They're super sweet. I have looked at a few of them, and I'm very stoked to draw them all. Oh wait, did I ever send my Twitter? Oh goodness, I hope I did. I sent it a while back for Corgi Shark, so that Corgi Shark could send me their Corgi Striker. But there's hearts for both you and cute animals. All good beans. I thought you meant you were eating all good beans, in which case I was like, oh, good, beans are good for you. I mean, I personally hate them, but I think they're great for humanity. But yes, they are all good beans. And thank you for sending both hearts to me and the cute animals. I start off with a little sketch, and then we get into making him into a colorful blob. Well, it's got kind of a big head. I love that. What a goofy little guy. But yeah, Rosalja, you have a cat that you make into your emotes, don't you? It's like a white and gray cat from what I remember. We are testing my memory today. If you hear me say, if I remember correctly, expect something that's incorrect. But I really do try, I swear. I try to remember. And then sometimes I'll remember exact conversations like to a T. I don't get to choose what I remember, but sometimes I remember really well. Rosalja says, I do. Her name is Pickles. She's a tortoiseshell. She's like mottled brown and black and gray. Oh, okay. I love the name Pickles. Ursa says, my puppers. Yes, we have moved on to your pupper. Your pupper was the first to be submitted. And Ursa, I hate to say it. I have to confess. I don't remember your dog's name. I am so sorry. I have asked you like at least twice. Rosalja says, yes, the Z from Pickles. Eager, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, I am eager to draw eager. Haha. If that's how you pronounce that. But I love that you have emotes with your cat in it. I've thought about having emotes with my cat in it, honestly. Just because he's so cute. I put a little crown on his head. He's such a little prince. I'm sorry, I'm looking at your dog's nose. It makes me so happy. Oh my god. Oh my god. I love dogs so much. I love dogs. I will like, if I see a dog outside a car window and like we drive too close to the car for too long, I'll probably just tear up because the dog is so cute. I love dogs so much. I'm just such a sucker. I could never own one though. I don't feel like I have enough like responsibility or like time. Also like now I can't go out very much and I can't exercise too much, so it's like I really can't like put the commitment into for a dog. They're a lot of physical effort. Jonjo says, oh, he's a little cutie. Yes, this is Eager. This beautiful, beautiful dog. I'm glad you came back in time to see this gorgeous dog. Or it says, doggo wanted nappy in that pig. Miss Dog, I'm gonna draw it sleeping on a cloud. This cute little paw. I think... No, that's not a paw. Just it deserves the comfiest, most fluffy pillow ever. It is having some dreams. And I love his little tiny arms. I think recently I saw something that was talking about, like, I'm sorry to all chihuahuas everywhere that people, like, needlessly hate you. Like, there are angelic chihuahuas. This isn't a chihuahua, by the way. But, the little, like, the short fur and the big ears make me think of it. But it was like, sorry to all the chihuahuas that get hate. Like, you can be such good dogs, but people kind of, like, treat you like you're, like, gremlins. And I'm like, yeah. I feel like chihuahuas were probably one of my favorite things in the whole entire world when I was a child. I was obsessed with them, and that one Beanie Baby, Tiny, that's like a little chihuahua, I had to re-get it like a million times, because I kept like taking it everywhere with me when I was a kid. But I had undiagnosed ADHD, and I had very little object permanence. Still do. And so I would like lose him everywhere, and then we would just get Tiny 2.0. And you know, I'm not gonna draw solely based off the reference picture, because I'm not good at realistic anatomy. We're going back. We're taking this back a step. I'm gonna draw this, the fluff here for the cloud. And it says, you sound like me, Rainy. I have the same issues. Yeah, honestly, it's so hard to keep track of items. Like, it's like, they don't move anywhere, but maybe that's a problem. Maybe if they moved a bit more, I would, like, be like, oh, okay. No, I'm keeping track of you. I have a decent time keeping track of my roommate's belongings, but not so much mine. Like, she'll be like, where's my phone? And I'm like, I know exactly where it is. Like, I noted it earlier. But, yeah, anyways, I had to get Tiny a lot. I used to be really obsessed with Chihuahuas. I thought they were super cool. I always had to get the Tiny. But then at some point in my life, I don't know, my mom's kind of like, oh, Chihuahuas are like... She doesn't like them. She says a lot of mean things about them. I'll spare you the details. But I always really, like, hailed my mom's opinion. So I was like, yeah, Chihuahuas are stinky or whatever. And so I stopped liking them at a certain point and would, like, criticize them a lot. But they're just little guys. They're just little fragile things. And if you're nice to them, they'll be nice to you. Like, just like most any animal. Well, domestic animal. When it says, I always lose my shit every 3 seconds. I swear, I'm so all over the place all the time. Mommy brain, I guess. I mean, that's fair, because you're not only keeping track of your stuff, but you're keeping track of, like, your kids' stuff. And I kind of feel like that with my roommate sometimes, but not because she's a kid or anything, but because she also misses stuff. So I'm like, oh yes, I have to keep track of her stuff. And then I'm keeping track of her stuff way more than I keep track of my own stuff. And it's like, well, I guess it works out for her, I guess. But yeah, it is hard to keep track of your own stuff, especially when you're keeping track of someone else's. Which I hope your kid is doing well. Rowan says, my favorite E.T. Oh, yes. Oh, wait, I thought you meant the dog. I was like, I know. Isn't it a cute little alien? I'm sorry, but I also have really big eyes and a cute little weird alien-shaped face. I was like, I know. Isn't it just so cute? Talking about myself. Hello, Crowan. Thank you. How are you today? I hope the day is treating you well. That this, it is 1:15 p.m. Central Time. So I think it's midday for quite a few of us. If you're on any other time zone, it's still pretty much midday in America. But if you're anywhere else and it's nighttime, not trying to say that everyone's midday. But a lot of us are midday right now, unless you're on the other side of the world. Like Shiny, I think it's probably like, gosh, yeah, Shiny and Ursa. They gotta be like super late right now. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm like, wait, holy shoot. Do you guys, you're at work and it's this late? Corinne says, I'm doing okay. How are you? You do be cute though. Thank you. Time to draw some rain. I mean, time to draw some comma rain? Like, I have to draw some? Because hell yeah, but time to draw some me? As in, you were going to draw me? I would be very honored. I would be so blessed. I mean, every time someone draws me, I'm just like, oh. I'm so moved. Hana says, it's 2 p.m. here. Crow says, me drawing you. Thank you. I appreciate it if I can inspire some art. Shiny says, it is 7:16 p.m. for you. Oh, okay, so it's not that late. Yeah, I think and Crowan's in the 2 p.m. crew. Hey. Yeah, it's like 1-ish here. I feel like for Ursa, gosh, it's so hard because it's daylight savings time. But it's got to be around like between 7 or 9, I feel like. That's my guess. But I guess it's not too late anywhere. So for those of you whose days are coming to a close, I hope it's been nice. And those of you who are half day, I hope your half a day has been nice. What are you up to, Crowan? Unless, I mean, you saying drawing me is what you were up to. Then I look forward to seeing it. I wonder how long this pupper's tail is. It looks like this pupper's sitting on it. Oh, you know what? I can just cover it up with a cloud. Smart. Hello, Revenants! Thanks for resubscribing! Rev says, can't stay for long, but wanted to wish you a happy day, Rainy. Thank you! Thanks for staying at all! Thanks for stopping by, and yeah, thanks again for resubbing. You're so sweet. I appreciate it. And I hope that your day is going really well. We're just talking about that it's midday, which is an exciting time of day because if your day has sucked so far, it can still get really, really good. And if your day's been great so far, you can keep that steam going. Versus finding a lunch and drawing rain. Aww. Thank you. And thank you for finding lunch. Self-care is so important, and the fact that you're eating is really cool to me. Thanks for eating. Man, everyone's eating this time of day. It's so cool. I should stream at noon more. I've had some people be like, oh, I'm eating now. And I'm like, oh, that's so good to hear. It's like, you stream at noon just so you can subtly make sure all your friends are eating lunch. You're like, oh, cool. What a coincidence. Her said, we real eaters out here. Yep, for real. What I had earlier was tuna and crackers. My cats were stoked because I can't eat anything tuna without giving them a little bit. Of course, without the mayonnaise and the relish in it. I just give them the tuna unseasoned of any variety. But I had tuna crackers, and then I had those pirate's booty. Those are good. And then I had to try to have a fruit. I really wanted to be healthy today, so I had an orange. Make sure to have your fruits and veggies if you can. Groen said, OMG, I love eating pirate's booty. It's so good. It's so fluffy. It feels like I really like things like I like Doritos and I like Cheetos, but it feels like they stick with me like a little too long. Like they stick in my chest somehow too long, or they like stay in my mouth too long. But pirate's booty just like, it comes, it makes a good reference. It arrives, and it makes, like, a good impression, and then it leaves. Like a food should. Cohen says, good job getting some fruit in. Thank you. Yeah, I used to hate oranges, but, they're a really convenient food to eat. Also, it's fun to peel them. It's like a little activity. And when you're watching anime, and you can't look down at your food too much, it's nice to just be able to mindlessly peel away at an orange. You guys ever watch shows while you... Well, I guess... Some of you guys have been here while you're eating. So I was gonna say, we ever watch shows while you eat? Because I always watch shows when I eat. I'm like, oh wait, I'm the show. I'm the show that gets watched. Wow. I didn't know it'd come full circle today. I started my day watching shows, eating, and now you guys are watching me eating. So wild. Alright, I think we got the sketch done. Or that was Kira Pop. Okay. This is Eager. Crowan says, you're basically an anime. Yeah! Which, weirdly enough, I feel like I'm like one of the least anime VTubers I know. I don't know what style of art is my art. I think it's moe cartoon, or like cartoonish anime, but I can't tell which it is. Crowan says, yes, I have to either watch a dub, or an anime that I'm not too invested in while I eat. Yeah, a lot of food like requires you to look down, so sometimes like, I'll be like, I don't know, I'll eat like nachos or something like that where you have to make sure like you scoop up all the ingredients or whatever. And then like I'll look back up and realize I missed something and I'm like, dang it. Or like I'll be showing my roommate something and it's like subtitled. And I'll notice she looks down and the subtitles have changed like twice and she's looked back up and I'm like, oh no, she missed that whole dialogue. Karen says, cartoony plus anime. I love the fusion of your style. Thank you. I think it is born from a desire to just keep it simple. because I'm lazy, not because of any other. I mean, slightly because I prefer like really simple style art, but also just because I am lazy, and if I could draw something quicker, I would like to do that. Hence, we are with MS Paint today. Though I want to show all my love through MS Paint today, not just half-ass content. Corin says, for real, spaghetti is not anime food. Word of warning. I don't know, I'm a little bit of a pro spaghetti eater. I think I actually do eat spaghetti to anime quite a bit. But it is kind of a bitch when you're like trying to like spin it on the fork, or if you've got like meatballs. I feel like that can definitely make it kind of frustrating. Hana says, you have a cutie kawaii style art. I love it. Thank you! Oh my goodness, if my art can be like described as kawaii, I'll totally take it. Oh man, speaking of things coming full circle, when I lived in Japan, there would be like I feel like whenever I'd run into someone who is Japanese, they'd want to practice like English, or they would try to like use Japanese that I would understand, and I heard the word kawaii a lot. Not to like hype up my kid self, but apparently he was like undeniably very cute. So I heard a lot of like high school Japanese girls being like, kawaii, 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 and the word so blonde like a lot, because my hair has gotten a lot darker with age, but it used to be like kind of blonde, I guess. But yeah, I would get like a lot of people asking like, oh god, can I touch your hair? And it's like, sure, okay. Like, I'm just a little guy, you can touch my hair. And then I would get my slushies from Family Mart and I would walk home. Grunt says, kawaii! Yes, kawaii cows! And, aww. Yeah, honestly, it was just so nice. It was so friendly. Like the area I lived in anyways. Iris redeemed hydrate and stretch. First of all, hello Iris, I hope your day's going well. And thank you for the hydrate and the stretch. I will do those right away. I'll do stretch first because I can keep chatting while I do it. I only did some stretches before I jumped in today because I was real particular about making sure the headpad's not gonna work because I'll blow them up. Ah! How could they? Iris is lurking because I'm working. Well, thanks for stopping by and working and caring about my health. And Iris also says, hi Raz, and Raz says that was my Konbini of choice. Family Mart is so good. I love Family Mart so much. There's like this like Etsy like watercolor of Family Mart and I really want to buy it. And it says, good rainy alien boy. Thank you, thank you. And Rosalia says, hi Iris. Oh, lots of good friends reuniting in chat. Wait, was I gonna do something? Oh yeah, get the head pats working. I seriously did test these beforehand. I'm not lying. I got my head pats in. I'm making sure I get my head pats in. I'm getting praised for being good, and I'm feeling good, and being treated good, because you guys are so good. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for the head pats, Hana. Groen says, does anyone remember that convenience store Nico Nico meme with the song? You know, all of those words together make me feel nostalgic, but I don't know why. Convenience store Nico Nico meme with a song. I'm googling the convenience store song. I really feel like I do. Is it the Fami Fami Famina Fami Famima? Is it that one? And Hana says, headpads for hydrate and stretchies and being cute. I will hydrate and I will return with a Pokepun. I have it ready. It is up. I've got it for you, John. Just let me take a swig real quick. Alright, swig has been taken. Pun has been acquired. Let me know if you've heard this little ring dinger over here. We've got... How did Bulbasaur feel when it accidentally hurt itself? It was Bulbasaur. Am I right? Am I right? If you've heard this one, I will fetch another. John, just the silence. I appreciate it. Curran says, it's where the person gets frustrated with the cashier and starts asking for eggs? No! I guess I don't know this. Oh, thanks for the head pats. I appreciate it. And Hana says, OMG, so cute. I love puns. They're so good. And Pokepuns, what? Two birds, one stone. Or, two Pidgeys, one stone, should one say. And Curran says, put 'em. Curran says, real ring dingers out here. Yeah, for real. We're ringing and dinging. We're the best of them. John says there. Thank you. You know that he took, like, psychic damage from telling you that pun. But, like, it's the kind of damage you get when you eat a food that you know you shouldn't. Like, you enjoy it, but it hurts. So it's, like, worth it damage. Alright, I did the last one with mostly the pencil tool. Not recommending it. It's too small. Chris, bro, this is crazy. He really out here ringing and dinging. Yeah, ring ding ding ding. It's me, Rain. The real ring dinger. I'm just that good of a multitasker. I'm defying the odds. But, yeah, okay, I've never heard of the convenience store thing with the eggs. If you find that, would you please share? I would very much enjoy consuming this content. I don't know if I have hyperlinks as a thing in chat, but if you send it to me, I will put the hyperlink in my chat myself. I recently increased and changed the moderation as a way to get myself a little more comfortable coming back. Not that anyone has ever been anything but super duper sweet. But I am not naive. I know that there are unkind individuals out there. Also, I keep getting spam messages with links in them, and I'm like, you know what, heck that. I don't want anyone to accidentally click on that stuff. So I am going to probably get rid of hyperlinks, unless someone's a mod. Brett says, do you have the shield mode on your quick actions too? I do have it, like, let me see. Chat highlight settings, chat settings. It's not on my quick actions, but I can get to it real quick. Rosario says, I feel like that's a good one to have just in case. Yeah, I had to set up my shield mode and be like, what should I, like, let happen? What should I, like, not let happen? And, like, what moderation, like, level should I have? Corinne says, good job on the art so far, by the way. Thank you! I know, it can look a little goofy at the start, but aren't we just drawing a bunch of goofy guys? Is this not who they are at their core? This is just accuracy in the making. So thank you for acknowledging it. Also, I don't know if you sent a bunch of asterisks or if you got bleeped out by Twitch. So let me know if Twitch bleeped you out. Oh, you just said ass. That's it. 3 asterisks. I can't think of another thing that would get bleeped out. But, I mean, I think... Cross is bleeped. Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess the word is censored. There wasn't even an audio, so I guess it's not technically bleeped. I mean, is that not the technical term? Also, I didn't ask, but what are you eating today? I hope you are having a good meal. And I've also been inquiring as to how people spent their actual Valentine's Day, since today is not actually that day. These colors are very similar. I don't know why I went out of my way to make them different. I'm gonna do kind of like a less saturated... Oh, you guys can't see me color picking right now. I'm color picking right now. There we go. I got the other dark brown. And these puppy ears have got like kind of these inner folds, kind of like a napkin. You notice that? Like where it's got like this fold here and this fold here. Kind of looks like a fancy napkin at a fancy restaurant. Oh, I love puppy dog napkin ears. Corinne says protein shake. Heck yeah, get that protein in. I almost ate a protein bar instead of a tuna this morning, but I was like, I want something really hearty, and I feel like protein bars don't fill me up as much as tuna does, so I went with that instead. But I think I used to really like my mom's protein shakes when I was a kid. They were like the chocolate ones. I think they were Slim Fast. I think those were protein shakes. Well, they were really good, and so I'd always ask to eat them, but I guess because they were like supposed to be like a whole meal's worth of food, my mom would never really want me to eat them too much, because she'd be like, no. Corinne says meal replacements, I think. Yeah, I wonder if they had any protein in them. I don't know. Looking back on it, a lot of stuff my mom did for dieting, I'm like, I don't know how much I trust that. But, I mean, dieting in the early 2000s, I feel like there wasn't as much, like, basic information out there of, like, what diets actually work or not. So there's a lot of just trying stuff out, but not really knowing what's the best thing to do. Man, this dog looks like a little chocolate bar. I would gobble this dog up. Zaldi says 90s and early 2000s were real bad for food culture, honestly. Yeah, for real. Like, I feel like my mom did, like, a bunch of different ones, and some of them, like, would really make you, like, physically ill for, like, a day. And it's like, that's so sad. I hate those. And Cohen says fad diets. Yeah. Like, why would you make a diet into, like a style, you know? Like, it shouldn't really be something that you're treated as, like, I don't know, like an activity, like a fun thing with the friends. Like, it's just irresponsible. I don't know. I think in, like, magazines will talk about it, like, oh, yeah, you should do this if you love yourself. And it's like, that's not really the stakes here. I think, being healthy is maybe a better way of showing that. But they weren't really good at showcasing how unhealthy it was to diet, so. Unfortunately, a lot of people fell prey to that. And I watched a lot of them. Roll Zaldi says, lots of people doing dangerous things, trying to be far too thin. Yeah. It's definitely hard to watch. But, luckily, now we actually have a lot of warning on those things, right? Hopefully. Like, I feel like it's changed. Gosh, I really hope it's changed. Because if it hasn't, I got some serious beef to cross. Speaking of food, haha. Karen says, I'm on the seafood diet. Like, food from the ocean? I see food and I eat it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you got me with that one. That's like the oldest joke. That's like the joke that was invented with time. John says, help me. Hey, I mean, help yourself to these wonderful jokes, am I right? Yuck, yuck, yuck. Crone says, what can I say? We got ring dingers out here. Yeah, ring ding 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 ding. Joke alert. That's, I think it's my catchphrase. Just like a really obnoxious, like ring ding ding. Like I don't know, a wrestling bell? One of those? Yeah, that's what happens every time someone makes a joke. John says, people leave. Oh wait, is that an emote? But there wasn't like the little tiny things out of it? Like the colons when you put it on each side and then it makes an emote. Ron says, come back! You didn't submit your ring dinger! Yeah, John, where's your ring dinger? Get with the program! Man, we were talking about how beautiful brown eyes are earlier, and I just gotta say, this puppy's got some beautiful ones. So nice. So friendly. Don't you ever just like stare into a pupper's eyes, and you're just like, I feel complete. John says, yes, oh well, I'm afraid of elevators. I take steps to avoid them. I miss something. The ringing dinging of an elevator? Is that what you're afraid of? Oh wait, that was a joke! Oh my god! Oh. Ring ding ding ding. Ding ding. Thank you for your jokes. Karen says, hey, that's what I've been waiting for, and also puppies are so cute, and I finished your art. Thank you. Karen says, Ray! John says, I'm leaving. I'm sorry, I didn't know your joke was a joke. I may have been slow to the uptake, but I sure will take it up. It was great, thank you. I got some Discord messages. Ooh, I wonder who these from. Mail time! Gardevoir goes to the convenience store. Solid. I'm going to pull this up, and I'm going to put it in chat. If you were also curious about the convenience store messages we were talking about earlier, where the person gets mad about eggs, here it is. Secondarily, I got a second message. It says, ah! It's so cute! Oh, that's adorable. Oh my goodness. Can I copy this image? Can I share it on stream? It's so cute. Oh my god. He looks like he's gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. It's beautiful. Look at this. This is me looking into these puppies' eyes. Oh. This is me receiving art from a friend. Oh. John says, so cute. It is. Or so cute. An extra level of cute. And Crone says, thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, this inspires me to continue on. This uplifts my spirits. Just like that wonderful elevator joke that didn't go over my head. At all. Thank you. Thanks for giving me my daily substance of love and support and jokes, aka ringdingers. I'm feeling fulfilled. These are actually all on my bucket list, incredibly specifically, so thank you. Actually, come to think of it, I actually don't have a bucket list or anything on it. Do you guys? I feel like, I don't know, most adults I know have like a thing that they're like, I'd like to visit at least this place once, or I'd like to do this thing. I'm just kind of like, yeah, no, living's just kind of neat sometimes. I don't really have like a real direction on a lot of things. I mean, even things like streaming, it's like, oh yeah, I just do this for fun. Like, I don't know. I'm just the leisurely guy, I guess. Of course, get ringdingers and fan art at 1:36 p.m. Central Time on 4/20/2023 of your bucket list. Yes! Word for word! You can tell we're friends. You know me so well. That's exactly what's on my bucket list. But, yeah, I don't really have anything genuinely on my bucket list. I've always wanted to go back to Japan someday. It'd be cool to go back to Okinawa, but it's like, I don't know if I died, without getting to do that, if I'd be, like, devastated. I mean, obviously, I might not be devastated because I am dead. It might be a little hard. But, I don't know. If I was told, like, by a future person, like, you never get to go back to Japan, I'd be like, well, that's a bit of a bummer. But, I mean, that probably means I found a lot of other stuff to live for elsewhere. Because I think if it was, like, that big of a priority, I'd be going out of my way to make it happen. But, if I'm not going out of my way to make it happen, then I guess it's not that important. Of course, it's, bucket list. Meet up with my friends offline. That would be so cool! I mean, I definitely have a lot of online friends that I'm like, hey, we are going to meet up someday. For as long as I live, I will hold this in my thoughts. But I guess if I passed away, I'd still just be glad like I met him or whatever. So it's like, yeah, is that bucket list? I feel like it is definitely a worthy bucket list thing. John says, find a way to sleep and get paid for it. Ooh. That's a good bucket list. I wish I could do that. I would get overtime. I would have so much extra money. Oh man, I was like, the streamer I know the other day, I saw that they were streaming, and it was like a really weird time of day, and I was like, I wonder what they're up to. And, they were on, like, the I'm just sleeping thing, and they just had, like, memes playing in the background, like, meme videos, while they were sleeping, and I'm like, is this what it means to try to go for partner? You're trying to, like, get enough videos that you streamed, that you're, like, even streaming while you're asleep. Corin says, true, grateful to have met my friends. That includes you, Rain. Pardon the same, but I love and appreciate you very much. Oh, I love and appreciate you very much. Thank you. Or thank you. I can't do it as intently, but the sentiment is there, and I hope it gets across. Crone says, pardon the sap. I am always here for sap. We're celebrating, like, pets today. Sap is, like, it's gosh. I'm too sappy for words. But, like, you know how, like, trees have sap, and it, like, helps them live and protects them, and, like reinforces the wonderful structure of a tree? I feel like that's what our sap does, too. Is it reinforces the wonderful structure of our friendship. Corin says, that thank you was so cute, and Jay forgot we both be sappy as heck. Yeah, we'll just, like, we could just have, like, a sap off. Who can get sappier? Or sappy Saturdays. It's not a Saturday yet, but we'll get there. Just watch this on a Saturday. It'll work out. And John says, sticky sap. Sticky, thick, milky sap. Human sap. Ew! No, not milky sap. I like sap and I like milk, but they can't be the same. No crossovers here. I think milk is a really awesome drink. In fact, the best drink in the whole entire world. And I think sap is really cool, and it smells nice, and it keeps you from fucking with trees. But milk of sap consistency sounds really gross and not good for your stomach. Grant says, OMG, love tuning into Sappy Saturdays on Thursday. Yeah, next up on Sappy Saturdays next Thursday. I'm so stoked to be here. Got the Pokemon music going on. Hello, Akito, how are you? thanks for the hearts. Hearts to you too. I'll draw one. Haha. That heart's for you. It was fleeting, but my friendship with you is not. Crowan says, Akito! Yeah! Wow, more friends uniting in chat today. It's nice to see. Good to see some good friends. Akito says, Ayo, Crow! And Rain do the thank you for him. Oh, this is my best, thank you! Or is it, thank you! He's kind of more than about it. Akito says, how are you, Rainy? Miss you, bud. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I am hanging in and hanging out with really good company, so currently I am doing good. Thank you for asking. How are you? I miss you too. And Junjun says, hey, Akito! Yeah, reunions! Oh, it's so good to see. I feel like right now when you're at an airport and you see people and they like meet each other and then they're all like kind of tearful and they're like, hey! Oh my god, it's you! And like you see them and they like hug and you're like, oh, I'm so filled with sentiment. Just seeing friends interact is so nice. Akito says, John! Hey! You guys gotta start like an idol trio now. I decreed it. This is what happens when 3 friends show up at a time in a chat. They have to be an idol trio. I don't make the rules, but I do make the color schemes, so now I'm trying to think. Corin says the Sims 3, the Shrimps, our idol group. Heck yeah. Alright, the Shrimps 3. Then your color scheme's probably going to be something like what I'm rocking today. So one of you can be like dark pink, a light pink, and one of you can be orange. So that's the color scheme. Is for your Shrimp idol group. Congrats. I guess I probably should be pink, red, and orange. I feel like those are pretty good shrimp colors, right? If you ever get like a 4th member, or if you ever have like decals in your outfits, they should be white, because shrimps are like pink and white, or orange and white, or like red and white. I think that'd be cool. I'd be down for a shrimp idol group. You would call your Simps shrimps, and that'd be it. It'd be perfect. Oh my god, just like this puppy staring into my soul is so perfect! Oh yes! And Crowan and Akito, if you have any pets you would like to send my way, we are drawing pets today. I'm probably going to be making them a little less detailed than what I'm working on currently, so we can get through as many pets as possible. But we're drawing pets today to celebrate the love of them if you would like to DM me your pets. Current says, our idol group, Manager Rain. I'll totally be Manager Rain, although you have the most supreme manager art. I have to step it up. Come on, step it up. My, manager art. My manager arc. Man, I think this dog is done. I have to do the rest, but it's so cute. Hannah says, oh, Grash is looking so cute, Rainy. Thank you! Courtesy of how adorable this dog is. It can't not be cute. He's too good. I was eager to draw eager, and eager is eagerly staring into your soul like a good pop. Okay. Let's see how fast we can get the rest of this body done. You guys ever use old paint? I miss old paint so much. I miss old paint features. They downgraded so much. I like really want to download old paint so I can do that on stream sometime. Cause like sometimes new paint just isn't it. It's just not the software I need it to be. Oh, I love him. Corin says I miss RG paint. You ever do that thing that I would never do on stream and you like hold Control I? I think we've actually had this conversation before. I feel like an old man sometimes where I'm like, oh my gosh, we brought up this one topic that I have 5 things to say about and I will say them every time this topic gets brought up. But where you like press Control I and it like inverts the colors. I always liked that. I think that's so fun. But if you hold it down, then it like flashes the colors really back and forth, like, and that's why I'm like, I would never do that on stream. Because there are a lot of people with flashing light sensitivity, and I think if you flash inverted colors back and forth a whole bunch, would not be very cool. Of course, the same, Vivi told me I'm an old man. Do you also just, like, have the same conversations about the same things all the time? I should advertise myself that way. We should just brand that way. I already have gray hair. Hey, you can give yourself crow's feet, haha, and I'll have great hair. And then we could just be old men VTubers and be like, everyone will just bring up, like, okay, let's go down a list of the alphabet. A is for apples. And we have, like, one story about an apple that we'll always tell. Versus BRB, also I love how my small cutie is looking. See you when you get back, and thank you. Thanks for letting me draw her. Or draw him. Oh my goodness. It says senior citizen ring dinger hours, for real, for real. Yes, we would be called the ring dingers. Urza says, I'll show it to him later. Oh, thank you. Oh, that would mean so much if you guys would just show your animals this. Maybe send me pics of your animals' reactions. Do a live stream of your animals reacting to my art. I would love to see them all look away in complete apathy. That would just warm my heart. I would feel complete. Actually, Crowan, you don't have any pets, do you? For some reason, I feel like I remember you not having any. I don't think I've ever heard of Akito mentioning them. Crowan says, nope, I want to have a cat one day. Ooh, you have a specific kind of cat you want to get someday? I always really like short hair ones, but, I mean, obviously if a long hair was super friendly, I wouldn't turn it away. Versus, hee hee hee, yeah, follow my trap, cute aliens. Soon the Rainy Fan Museum will have more pieces. Oh no. By sending me your dog, you have gotten me further into making more art. The worst fate. Versus says, lurk. I'm so sorry my commands aren't working today. I don't know what the heck's going on with Mix It Up. Gordon says, or a wyvern or a dragon. Valid choices. If you found one of those, oh my goodness. It's because Mix It Up had to update. Goodness gracious! No wonder my cat ears and my head pats have had to all be manually today. Corinne says, a tabby. Yeah, tabbies are so good. Hannah says, wonder if Mix It Up had an update, maybe? Yeah, unfortunately. Hannah says, yes. Yeah, goodness, can we do the socials thing now? Let's test it out now that it's up. I'm gonna press lurk on my own channel. Yeah, that was supposed to go to you, Ursa. Thanks for lurking. And then earlier I was like, I typed in Twitter to send my Twitter, and like it didn't do it. Now I can. Also, I can show off my little orange umbrella icon next to my name, which is all I ever wanted to do. Oh wait, my music's ended. Shucks. Well, there it is again. But yeah, I like tabbies. I like cats with stripes. I think mottled cats are too, also very pretty. But, or is tabby just like a cat that's kind of like a stray, like a mixed cat? Because I've definitely had most of those most of my life. I don't think I've ever had like a thoroughbred cat. Although one of the cats I had in the backlog today that like were like family pets and stuff like that in case no one had pets for me to draw. She was a purebred. She was really intense, but she wasn't really my cat. She was kind of my mom's cat. I have a picture of her. I can share. She was so pretty. She passed away several years ago, but she's a legend. This is Gabby. My mom's cat. Hannah says, hey yo! Yeah, tabby cats are rad. I love tabby cats. Your cats are beautiful. Let me see, I think I have them up in a tab. Tabby, ha ha ha. Oh, they're so cute! Man, okay, you guys are gonna see Hannah's cats next, because they are next on the list. Corinne says, oh, Gabby! Yeah, she was a legend. She was like the evil villain from every kid's movie ever. Like, she was perfect for it. Here's her sitting next to my old bento box. And, because I have like a couple pictures for each reference. And then sitting on my old sibling's bed. If I can enlarge this. Oh, it's a little squanch, but that's okay. This is Gabby. Hannah's like, I'm so hype! I'm gonna cherish the rainy art of my fur babies forever. Aww, I'm so glad if they can mean so much. Thank you. And thanks again for being here. But, wait a second. Did that leave an imprint? Okay, no, it didn't. I thought it, like, left a little, like, facade on the dog. I was like, wait! Can't mess up this pupper. But, yeah, Gabby was super evil. She would growl whenever you got near her. She wasn't friendly to anyone except my mom. She was just genuinely, like, a huge bitch. Like, even my mom was like, oh, yeah. This cat's the worst. And, like, whenever my mom got on airplanes, like, people would be like, is that a real cat, like, in the carrier? And she's like, My mom was always like, do they think I'd travel with like a fake cat? Like I would like really go out of my way? And I'm like, I'm sure someone does. I mean, I travel with stuffed animals sometimes. Cohen says, really out here drawing on people's dogs, bro, that's wild. Yeah, just throwing pictures on these dogs. Drawing these dogs into pictures. I'm getting real thorough here. I almost put a picture of, I've only owned one dog my whole life, and he was a golden retriever, and he's why golden retrievers are my favorite dogs ever. Because he was like everything I could ever want in a dog. He was perfect. I always saw him as my brother as a kid. I was like, oh, especially since I don't like my siblings that much. They sucked ass. They were bullies. But my dog, I was like, he's my real bro. I loved him so much. But I almost put him in here, but I was only able to find the cats of my family, really quickly. Cross says, LMAO. Yeah, my siblings really could have stepped it up in the sibling department sometimes. We do have good memories, but those guys really sucked sometimes. But my dog, Fred, he was so sweet. I would share my ice cream with him, which is not something I'm sure I would do nowadays since dog breath's kind of intense. But I loved him so much. And then I met someone else who had a golden retriever named Fred who passed away in college, and I was like, it looked identical. They had a cup with a golden retriever on it that said Fred, and I was like, that's really creepy. Like, I was like, that's my dog. And they were like, oh no, I had a dog named Fred that passed away that was a golden retriever. And I'm like, could you imagine just walking into someone's house and like an animal you had is on a cup with its name? Like, that was a really weird sensation. Like, I was like, this isn't right. Why do you have my deceased bro? But I love Fred. He was so good. He was such an obedient dog, and he was so smart. If he said walk, he would go get the leash. If he said leash, he'd go get the leash. If he said treat, he would go to the treat container. He was so sweet. And he would come on my school bus, too. Like, I would get onto the school bus, and he would, like, walk onto the school bus, and then, like, the bus driver would give him a treat and make him do tricks and, like, shake paw and stuff like that, and all the kids would come up and pet him, and then he'd leave. It was really cool. My bus driver really liked dogs, so if anyone had, like, a well-behaved dog, she would let them on the bus for, like, a little bit. But she really, really liked Fred, and I was like, I understand why, because he is cool. Corinne says, I bet. What are the chances? Yeah, it was like, this is surreal. I don't think this is actually happening. I come over to this person's house for the first time, and they hand me a mug with my bro on it. It's weird. But yeah, I love Fred so much. But I'm honestly also just better at drawing cats, I think. I drew mostly dogs as a kid, though. You guys ever have anything that you, like, draw as a kid that you just, like, was your default everything? I think I pretty much only drew dogs and cats most of my childhood. And then occasionally people. But I was, like, obsessed with dogs and cats. I guess I still kind of am. This hasn't actually changed very much. But we don't just have dogs and cats. If you stuck around, one of the pets in our queue is not as such, which is extremely exciting. I want to draw people's lizards, and I want to draw people's spiders. I'm actually surprised Four Scorpions didn't send me a picture of... I'm pretty sure they do have a spider. But it would obviously give an arachnophobia warning. But I kind of like drawing spiders, even if they scare me a lot. They're very interesting little guys. Or really interesting, really big guys. But yeah, I think I once saw something that was like, what do you draw as an artist that's like your go-to? Like, if you had like 2 seconds to draw something, what would you draw? I'm like, it's always a cat head. I draw cat heads like immediately. I'm like, oh, only have a couple seconds to illustrate. Like, Brevs was like, oh, when you go vote at the voting booth, like, you should draw like a doodle on the stand. But I didn't want to like keep anyone waiting or like stay there too long, so I just did like a really tiny cat head. I was like, thanks for voting, because voting is important. Even when you're in a prudish state that doesn't have any of your own votes and you never get your way. Like mine. Still, sometimes even more important to vote in those cases. That's why a lot of people in my state won't be celebrating a very good 420 today. My state was like, no, it can only be medical. I'm like, you dinguses. Like, what's so bad with making it not medical? It's not like people are gonna start giving your kids marijuana at school. So stupid. Like, adults will just have to go and get it themselves. And it's like, no, I'm worried adults will, I don't know, be doing marijuana. I'm like, why are you so worried about what other people are doing in their own places? So silly. Girl says, little chibi heads, haha. You do draw little chibi heads. That's fair. Every time I draw a character, but I only have a little short while, I'm like, I'm just gonna draw a little cheeb. Corinne says, I see what those guys do with their brownies. I'm not trying to ruin my kids' brownie sundaes. Could you imagine, like, going to a shop that's, like, called, like, Puff the Dragon or something like that, and it has weed all over it, and it's, like, a dragon that's, like, weed-themed, and it's, like, the most weed-centric store to get brownies. And, like, there's, like, weed products everywhere, but you're just, like, a little parent who's like, I'm gonna get brownies for my kids! And you go out of your way to get the world's most expensive brownies from a very obvious weed shop, and then when your kids get high, you're like, oh my god! They snuck them in! I'd be like, okay, no, you're just a dingus. Like, why was that so... You went really far out of your way to get your kids high. Corinne says, sounds like a King of the Hill episode, LMAO. Honestly, it does sound like something that Peggy might do and be like, oh wow, they sell lots of medical products here. And then, like, gets Bobby high on accident, and then she, like, petitions. Like, we shouldn't have weed in this town. Like, this is irresponsible. Peggy was always kind of a prude. It's just like, where's your business, bro? Hannah says, OMG, I love King of the Hill. It is a great time. I actually am surprised because Brevs has watched so much King of the Hill, like more than almost anyone I know, and she has so many tattoos, but she doesn't have a King of the Hill tattoo. I'm kind of curious what one would look like, though. Like, I would want one, like, if you had, like, a King of the Hill tattoo, I'd want to get the little, Manger Babies from Luann. I feel like the Manger Babies would be a really good reference for a tattoo. Corinne says, I'm about to get lunch, but I sent you another doodle. Thank you for good vibes and art and company, Rain and friends. Oh, thank you for good vibes and art and Rain and company, or not Rain and company. Thank you for good vibes and art and Crowin. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, it's an outfit swap. Oh, I'm so warm and cozy here. Oh, and you're so prepared for the spring weather here. We're keeping each other accountable. Aw. Gwen says, it was lovely meeting you, Crowin. Yes! Now let me shout out button works. Can I shout out Crowin? If I know how. Yes! Okay, go follow Crowin. He's really cool. I totally recommend him. He's one of my favorite streamers. He's just really charming and great and very talented. And thank you for this art, Crowin. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. It was a real grand time. Appreciate it. This music's a little quiet, so I'm gonna turn it up just a tiny bit. Let me know if it is too loud for you guys. Oh, I'm trying to delete this. There we go. And it says, he is also a talented artist, I see. Yeah, stuff's so cute. It makes me so happy. I'm just like, I don't know. I think an art that can give you a smile is just such a powerful thing. We talked about clowns today and how they can make you, like, laugh, and I think that's really cool. And we talked about cheerleaders and how they can encourage you, and that's really epic. But, like, art that can make you smile. That's just so cool. But, I mean, not to sneeze on art that doesn't make you smile, like art that makes you sad or sentimental or something like that. Like, drawing an animal that has passed away sort of thing. I think that can be pretty sad, but also make you smile because you're thinking of how cool they were. Hannah says, Crowin has earned my follow. Absolutely! He's so cool. And I hope he has a good lunch. Oh, I never figured out what he was eating now. You know, make like a menu over the years and ask everyone what they're eating every time they're eating on my stream and be like, alright, this is the what to eat while on Rain stream menu. I'm gonna open a cafe. Which, I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool to have a cafe, but at the same time, I can't own a dog. I really don't think I can own like a cafe with like food regulations and making sure customers are nice to my workers and stuff like that. That's a lot. I admire people who have like dreams of like having like a hotel or a restaurant or an inn or something like that. Like, wow, that's like a lot of prep work. I'm just like here to do minimal prep work. Hana says, eeks, I haven't ate anything today. All I've had is a Monster Energy. It's already 3 p.m. Oops. Oh no! Well, I hope you will eat something right away. Oh gosh. I was even thinking, I was like, oh gosh, a Monster Energy's not very hydrated either. I hope you'll hydrate too. Please take care of yourself. You're very important. And when you come back, I'll probably be partway into, drawing your guys. Actually, I might need to take a break real quick to use the restroom. Hana says, I'll pick something up on my way home from work. Oh yeah, you're still at work! Oh no. Gosh, and you said you were only 2.5 hours away, but that was about like an hour ago, right? So it's like an hour and a half away? Well, I'm glad if you'll pick something up on the way home from work. Is a good way to reward yourself after a long day's work, I think, is getting something that you really enjoy. Honey says, take a break. Take all the time you need, Rainy. Yeah, try to stay super duper duper hydrated, because it helps me not pass out in the sun. Just a little bit, not a lot of it. I did chalk in the sun for a couple hours, and I definitely passed out for, like, the entire next day. So it's like, it helps a bit, but, it does feel like no matter how much I hydrate, I still will probably pass out at some point from doing very minor physical activity. But I'm not a very physical guy, so ha! Like, I'm fighting you too, disability. I don't actually even really like sports. I like them as a camaraderie experience that other people can enjoy and have teams for and be on teams for, but I am not personally interested in sports myself. So, I was even telling my friend, because it was kind of interesting. Apparently, it's been like 8 months since I have gotten super sick. And it's been like a month since I've been diagnosed. But she and I hadn't caught up in a while, and so apparently she didn't know anything, and when I was explaining it, she's like, this is like a lot of information to process. But I kept trying to be like, look, I'm not actually that sporty though, so like this couldn't have happened to any better person, and I don't really have any dreams or like goals in life. So I'm like, this is okay. Could have happened to someone who like had really like lofty goals that were super physically intensive. So it's like, well, I don't. I'm just gonna chill. I'm already pretty chill. Should I have like my body be like, you have to be perma chill? I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I was probably gonna do that anyways. But it could be pretty devastating if that's not how I felt. So it's like, well, yeah, maybe I have to change my life a bit, but I guess I feel kind of lucky it happened to me and not someone else or something like that. Well, I guess like it happened to sounds kind of like harsh. I'm glad I have to change my lifestyle and not someone else whose lifestyle was a lot more important to them. And like would be a more drastic change, I guess is a better way to say it. So it's like, it's not much of a drastic change for me. I just sleep a lot more and rest more, I guess. Which isn't so bad. I like sleep. You have some cool dreams. But yeah, my friend, when I was telling her that, I was like, oh, it's not as drab as it all sounds sort of thing. She was like, yeah, I guess it is good you never liked sports, because she's known me, like, most of my life. And I was like, yeah, that is pretty lucky. And she's like, and, like, you can still pretty much do everything you like. I'm like, yeah, like, I can draw. I just need to, like, sleep for, like, the whole day afterward, pretty much. But I can still draw. And, like, that's nice. So, I don't know. Like, it's, like, I don't know. I still feel very lucky. I feel very blessed. Even when things are inconvenient or hard or made unfun or restricted or in any way, it's like, well, there's still a lot of fun to be had, and I don't know. We had this whole conversation, and it's interesting. I don't really know if I have the, I guess, right to talk disability stuff. I think I got diagnosed like a month ago. So I feel like I don't want to be like the guy who's like, I know everything about it and exactly how the right way to see it. Because every disability is really different and is going to affect people really differently. And it's like, I don't know, I guess. Oh, hello Sentai VT, thanks for following. I hope you're having a good day. Thanks for joining this very serious sudden conversation. Oh my god! Those little Sentret emotes are so cute! Are you Sentai the Sentret? I love them! Oh my gosh, if that's not a Sentret though, I'll be a little embarrassed. That's like my gen Pokemon. Ginger says, it's so cute. This is turning out so well, Rainy. Thanks, John. I appreciate it. I think I'm actually pretty much almost done with this pupper. And then I will move on to Hannah's beautiful, beautiful cats. But thank you. I hope your day is also turning out super well and awesome. I don't know what I should do for... I guess I could do little yellow stars. Hannah says, 1 away from 100 followers. Let's go. Oh my gosh, I am? Wow. Holy shoot. Thanks, everyone. I'm the chill-ass Bones that hasn't finished my 100 Twitter followers art. But I'm not going to merge them into the same, even if they happen at the same. Since says you were close, but you got the evolution backwards. It's Furret. Oh, damn. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I was actually about to Google it too. Oh, I appreciate it. Oh yes, Furret, the ferret. It's like I was teaching my roommate animals in Japanese, and her favorite's a ferret. And she's like, what is it? I'm like, it's ferretto. And she's like, it is? And I'm like, yeah, it's just ferret. Ferret in Japanese is just ferret. And she's like, oh, well, at least that would be easy to remember. So hey, the trivia for the day. Ferret is ferret, if you didn't know. But I like Ferret, it's so cute. But welcome on in, always happy to have more Pokemon love here. I do love, sincerely, Pokemon. And I actually have a redeem for if you were an X and Y fan someday. I can dress as Clement whenever the redeem is redeemed. Because Clement's sun material, I appreciate him. Patchy! Patchy says, had to pop in while doing some finals. Hope everyone's day's been a good one. It has been a good one! And I think of you often and hope you're doing well. And good luck on finals. You're gonna kick butt. You got this. I believe in you. And thanks for stopping in. And Patchy says hearts. I'm gonna send hearts to you too. This heart is for you. I don't know why the color purple, that's like the lighter color purple, is like almost gray, but it's a nice color. And it says you can usually recognize words borrowed from other languages in Japanese because they're written with katakana like suffix are. I think that's super cool. Like I remember when I was learning how to write like my name in Japanese, or I guess when my siblings were learning how to write their names in Japanese, because they never let me get to that part in class. They had to write them all in katakana, which was kind of cool. I don't know if like that's ordinary, but it was like neat to be like, oh yeah, like foreign language words are usually written in katakana. I'm like, wow, that's so cool. I love Japanese. It's so neat. And one day, I will learn more than the very little I know. Today is maybe not that day, but today's the day we celebrate our pets. On not Valentine's Day. Maybe another day we can do a Learn Japanese stream. I wonder if I could learn Japanese and stream at the same time. Do a Duolingo stream. But yeah, I always thought those were cool. And then there's certain things where like, isn't words like there's like a lot of katakana words that are Japanese too. And like this might be wrong, but I feel like suika, like the word for watermelon, is written in katakana, and I'm like, why? Is that not like from Japan? Is that word not Japanese? But I could be wrong. Do not quote me on that. But there's certain words where I'm like, wait, is that not a Japanese word? Is that from somewhere else? It definitely makes you wonder when it's written in katakana like that. Oh man, but the Suika makes me think of Ursa has a friend named Sika, who is also my friend. If you do not know these people, Ursa is someone who gives nicknames often, and Sika is someone who is really cool and very pretty. And he calls her Sweetka, but it always just makes me think of Suika. I'm like, watermelon Sika, that would be so cute! But I hope your day's going well. Today has been a day of enjoying little furry creatures and looking in their beautiful, beautiful, soulful eyes. This actually is the dog of Ursa's. His name is Eager. And I think I'm done. Wait, no. Gotta add the little shines on the stars. I think that will add a little pop. Oh. I don't know if I should add the little, like, head ridge here. Oh, yeah, that's cute. I think I'll keep that. The little head shine here. No, that's too much. Sentai says that's common for non-Japanese names, because most Japanese names are combinations of kanji. Even a lot of anime characters have katakana names, like Joseph Joestar or Wataru. Oh. Well, that's very cool. Yeah, I feel like it'd be hard to write a non-Japanese name using anything that's, like, you'd have to be, like, really coincidental. Like, you could probably write Rain, maybe? With, no, probably not. I wonder if I'd just be Ame there. Akita says, the art is looking cute, puppers. Thank you, thank you! Courtesy of how cute this heckin' pupper is. I hope your day is also looking cute. Karan says, Ame-chan! Hey, welcome back! Yeah, I name my characters Ameko, I think, when I do streams sometimes. And I'm like, it's just me. That's just me. But in Japan, I guess. Rain guy. Or Rain kid, I guess. But Karan says, thank you. Taco Thursday. Oh, nice! Taco Thursday. I totally, like, looked over the H. Like, the opposite of dyslexia. I just, like, autocorrect in my head words. I do that a lot. Sendai says, katakana more generally are used for sounding words out, basically. Okay. I wonder when hiragana is more used, because I feel like it has, like, the same... Like, it could be used the same as katakana. Also, I'm just thinking about now being, like, a human autocorrect, but I've done that since I was a kid, because all my friends gave me their papers, and were like, can you edit them? And I'm like, yeah, I do have fun editing things. Now it's actually kind of stressful editing things, because I don't only edit, like, the vocabulary, or not the vocabulary. I not only edit the spelling, but now I edit, like, the content. Like, that sentence structure isn't good, but when it was just editing spelling, that was really fun. But editing is no longer fun when your friends are like, is this written well? And I'm like, oh god, this is a lot more work now. Chris says, aw, you were a little nerd, affectionate. I am still a nerd, thank you. Because now I'm things like, I'm pretty nerdy for, like, character design and stuff like that now. And nerdy for languages. I think languages are super freaking cool. Like, I don't know, I like when places have, like, multiple main languages and stuff like that, too. And, like, I don't know. I feel like it's just so cool. Communications, human languages. Ah! I love it. And, like, even art as a language is just so cool. But yeah, I was a nerd. My friends would just be like, they would ask me to look over stuff, or I would be the guy that you'd ask, like, the questions from in class and be like, I didn't do this, can you fill me in? And I'd be like, yeah, I'll give you the answers, because I was a nerd, but I wasn't a narc, I guess. I'd be like, I'll give you the quiz answers and stuff like that. Only sometimes when it felt like it was like the person was ungrateful. I was like, you need to be grateful about it. You can't just be like, oh, hey, Rain, pass the answers over. I'd be like, what? Don't just assume I'll help you cheat. You have to ask, like, nicely. I don't know. Maybe that's why some people are like, Dom energy or something. You have to ask nicely. Like, I don't know what that's about, but it's like, you can't just assume I'm gonna give you something. You have to be like, hey, Rain, can I have your notes? Please. I'd be like, yes, you can. Maybe that's different levels of concerning behavior. But I don't know, I just think manners are important. Hannah says, welcome back, Crowan! And Crowan says, thank you very much. With hearts. Well, you came back just in time to see this pup be done, I think. Eager is complete. I'm trying to remember if it was eager with an I or an A. I think it's with an I. But I will correct it later if Ursa says it is incorrect. Do you guys think it's cool how E's can be written in so many different ways too? I think it's also neat. Like you got, I remember, okay, I did an E like this when I was outside doing chalk art, and this kid was like, that's not an E, that's a 3. And I was like, aw. Remember when you're a kid and you're taught like one way how to write letters, so they're like, that's not how you do it. And it's like, oh, just wait till you see the K's that look like this. Then you're gonna be real confused, because it looks a lot like an R. I think that's how people do them. But, yeah. I don't know, there's a lot of fun ways to write things. But my favorite E is the one that looks like a cat mouth from the side. Eager with a U. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Hana. Everyone says, what the heck? And Hana says, eager. And Hana says, looks very amazing, hee hee. Thank you so much. And Corin says, I ain't never seen a K like that. Yeah, I saw it recently and it had flashbacks because I used to have a friend who wrote them like that. Where it's like that. It's, I guess it's like almost cursive. Eager. There we go. Well, that's not a good enough heart. Eager deserves better. Yes! And Sentai says, Hiragana have a variety of uses. The proper uses for particles between words, like wa or no, etc. When it's used to simplify Chinese characters in Japanese, writing like most people will write, is that like... Is it kawaii? Oh, that's kawaii. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. I'm so sorry. Kawaii for cute, even though it has a proper kanji, just because it's easier and more casual. Oh, okay. Yeah, because kanji can be, like, frankly, a huge bitch to write. So, I think it's super fair to just write it out in hiragana. Although, I guess you also then get, like, the issue if you write things only in hiragana that, like, the meaning can be totally changed. Because it's like, well, kind of like deer and deer. Like, if you wrote, like, all deer, just D-E-E-R, then, like, you would, like, lose the meaning of D-E-A-R sort of thing. And I'm like, that's fair. The language is cool and complex. Well, thank you, Uneager. I might, use the restroom real brief. I am not eager to get out of here. I'm gonna make the same joke on Eager's name like 7 times. It's not a ring dinger, I apologize. But I will be right back. I'll leave you with the image of this dog if you want to memorize it in your head and be like, wow, like, this dog, it sure is a dog. It really captures the heart of one beautiful bear. But, then I'll be back. I've returned. I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Brush his hair to the side as I stand on the roof, and I overlook the city and a beautiful view, and I don't make eye contact with you, but it's just because I'm so shy, and this moment is so important, and I lost my pen to draw. Oh, here it is. Got it. Well, hello. Welcome back. Time to move on to Crystal and... Oh my goodness. Why can't... Is it Crystal and Luna, I think? John John says, welcome back. Thank you, John John, for the hearty welcome. I appreciate it. Do you ever take a break on stream and as you're walking away from the keyboard, you realize that you had less brain cells when you were at the keyboard, and as you're leaving the keyboard, you have, like, more brain cells? I was doing that and I was like, huh. I feel like the second I sit down again, my brain cells are gonna, like, leave me, and I'm like, I think it's just because I'm so giddy with the company. I'm just so, like, happy that it's, like, intellect is no longer a survival need. I don't need to be smart anymore. I just need to be content and enjoy things. And the pressure is gone, and the clouds go over, and the sun no longer beats as hard. Anyways, I'm trying to just say thanks, but in a less casual way. Gonna crop this pup just a little bit, but because it's new paint and not old paint. And Hana says, yes, Crystal and Luna, thank you. Glad I got it right, but I definitely just had to think Sailor Moon. I was like, I know it's Sailor Moon Crystal. The other cat's black. Luna? Because I think that's so good. I just think it's so good that there's a character out there like Luna who can, like, leave such a message on people, because, like, it's a good character. Like, Luna's just a treasure. It's a treat. And so it's like, if you have a cat that's a treasure and a treat that is also black, like, yeah, absolutely name it after a wonderful treasured character. Like, I don't know, the way media impacts people is also very neat. Oh man, I don't know if you guys have seen that one Tumblr quiz going around on Twitter, but it's like, what Tumblr character, or what character would you be according to, like, how Tumblr sees you in fandom or something? Oh, there's a dog outside. Oh no. Okay, sorry, it's so cute. There's an ADHD tag on this stream for a reason. Sometimes exhibited in a comical way, sometimes exhibited in a way that's actually very inconvenient. Well, we mix it up. Cinta says we can have a good character as a little treat, because we deserve it. Yes! Luna is a treat. And I think Hana does deserve it. Ursa says, and back! Welcome back, Ursa! And Hana says, my fave pick of my babies, they look like yin and yang, hee. They're so cute! They're so precious! Oh man, I should have done more of a reveal. Look at this! Look how cute these guys are! Look how precious they are! I'm, like, so stoked to show all these animals on a stream that it's like... I glossed right over it. Missed opportunity. Sunday says cat. Oh, yes. One beautiful cat. But yeah, there's this Tumblr quiz, and it's like, what character would you be in fandom or whatever? Like, would you be the beloved character? Would you be the one that's in the wrong genre, but, like, is otherwise a good character? And this looks real goofy, I promise it will make sense. I always get that one. I always get the character that's like, you are a good character, but you are in the wrong genre. Otherwise, you would work great. Which is an interesting critique to get. But it's in the quiz, at one point, it asks, like, pick a word. Like, one of those, like, pick a word that you just feel. And there's so many good words in it. That one of them is ocean, and I'm like, oh, I do relate to the ocean a lot. And, it was really hard to pick one, but one of them was passion. And I think passion is ultimately the coolest thing. Like, a passion for language, a passion for encouraging people, like, a passion for making them laugh. Like, I don't know. Those are things that I think are just so amazing and, like, make sentience so cool. Is passion. So I had to pick that word. But I'm like, I'm probably gonna get some sort of, like, you're the protagonist answer. I didn't. I was in the wrong genre. Like, oh, okay. Well. That's a protagonist thing to be like, passion's important, I guess. But it's like, nah. It's not about being a protagonist. It's just about loving humanity and all of its intricacies. And it says, and look at our curled fates. Oh my gosh. Oh, I know. Charm point. Am I right? Look at these little beans. Oh my goodness. I love them. I love them greatly. I love them sincerely. Man, my cat used to do that. He would lie on his back and curl his little feet. He doesn't do it as much anymore because he has gained probably too much weight. But I think I'm trying to get him back. I'm trying to get him back to that point where he can do it again. Although making your cat diet is really hard. The cats will just, like, be at my door like zombies or, like, the police in the morning, like, when's the food coming in? And I'm like, oh my god. Like, please. Cut me some slack, I wanted to sleep. I did not get to sleep very well today. And I definitely woke up to the cats staring at me like I was, like, hiding something from them. So this is, I recently watched an anime about loving your hobbies and your friends. It was comfy. Ooh, we just shared an anime that we liked earlier. What anime was it? I watched DIY and it had a very similar vibe. It was about, like, being good friends and, like, making stuff, like, just creative stuff. I think that is so nice. Gundam Build Divers. Ooh, let me Google this real quick. Gundam Build Divers. You like those clicky clackies? I'm like, aw, this is so fun. This looks very fun. Let me see if I can get a picture that's big enough to share. Okay, and zoom in. They're so cute! Oh my god! The one with the ears is adorable! Wait, is this the right thing? This is not it, is it? Or is it? Because this character looks different. Oh, this is from Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise. That's why it looks different. Sendai says, that's the sequel, Re-Rise. Yes. Let me see. This! Still, as it stands, those character designs are cute as heck. Is this Gundam Build Divers. Because they're also cute, and you also get a character with ears. Oh, and I like this little hat. They look like Miles Tails Prower over here, this one. Aww. Cinda says, yeah. What cute characters. I like that there's more than one character with glasses, too. I'm such a sucker for glasses. I think I've said before, I grew up in a household where, like, I was the only kid that never had to get glasses. I think it's inevitable I'll probably end up needing glasses someday. But I am now a very grown adult, and I still don't need glasses, and all my family still has them. I just think glasses are cool. I just think they're stylish, the way that they frame people's faces. But I've also talked about, like, it is, like, essentially somewhat of a disability aid. So it's like, you probably shouldn't be like, oh, glasses are nothing but like a fashion accessory. Like, there needs to be a respect with glasses too. It's kind of being like, if someone's like, oh, Japanese is so cute, I'd be like, it's also like an age-old language that has like worked a really long way to get here. Like, it sounds like a little condescending if you're just like, ooh, it's so stylish. So it's like, I would like to take a moment to both adore the visual look of glasses and also respect the nature of which they help us see. Both are cool. Yeah, the way they frame your face, so nice. I love glasses. See someone with glasses, I trust them like a little bit more. But that is not good survival skills. Sometimes the setting is mainly inside of VR MMO, so they have fun with the character design. Oh, that's so nice, because yeah, you can have so many mods and stuff like that, and like your characters could look like anything. Oh, it's about online friends. That's so cool. Ursa says glasses are a pain in the bum bum. I am so sorry. Yeah, I've heard that complaint before, that glasses are not a fun time to have. And that's very valid. What's this music? Ursa says, ha ha ha. Yeah, as stylish as they are, I mean, it's like heels, right? Like, it's kind of like a pain to wear, but they look really cool. Except, unlike heels, they also serve a higher purpose. Versus, but they look cute on lots of cuties. They look cute on you. So you prove that right. I do not know these kitties' eye colors. Hana, if you are there, I would love to know. But if you were not, then I might just draw them closed. Sentai says it's a neat creative story because the premise is that you build a robot as a plastic model, and in the MMO you can actually pilot it. What? That's so cool! Wait, so are they all online friends, or are they like just friends on the MMO? And like they like all build robots in their own homes? Notice says they are both green. All right. I guess I could give them Sailor Moon eyes, but I don't know. I think the way Cat's eyes already look are very cute. When I work on them, obviously. Ursa says, so I'm cute, huh? Absolutely. That's just a fact. And Sunday says both. They all eventually meet up in person, though. Oh, we were just talking about earlier, like, how meeting up someone online is, like, such a nice feeling. I've only ever done it once, but it was really cool to, like, be like, wow, I've talked to you for, like, at least a year, and now we are here. In speaking distance, in person. It's so cool. What a, like, wonderful end to a show. And was this your first time watching it? DIY is a little more leisurely, it sounds like. Like, they're like a little less intense, but I definitely recommend it too. It's a very, very good friend time. And the art style is like one of my favorite art styles in anime in a while. I'm gonna make this cat looking at the other cat. Oh, cat eyes are so cute. If I had pupils, I want pupils like this. Oh wait, I'm supposed to do the shines as well. Sentai says, yeah, I like Gundam, but I only got around to the build stuff just recently. Ooh, like you're building him yourself? Or is that like a set of a series, like a part of the Gundam anime is like the Gundam build series? I always wanted to build Gundam, but I think they are too complicated, so I've only ever built two, and they were cute little bears. A little yellow one and a little panda bear. But they're really fun, and now when I look up the bear ones, because I'm like, oh, there was a pink one too, what if I built that? And they're now like 50 to 60 bucks, and I'm like, what? I got my Gundam for like 20 bucks when I saw them. I don't really want to do complex ones, but it seems like that's the only thing available now. This is that too. There's other build animes like Gundam Fighters and stuff, Gundam Build Fighters and stuff. Oh, there's like a whole franchise. I mean, that's not surprising, but like, wow, it goes deeper than I thought. Kind of reminds me of Pretty Cure. Like I said, it's fun. I have a few builds I'm working on. Ooh, are they like? Is there like a ranking system for like a 5-star? Like that's like really hard to make, or is there like a? Oh my gosh, you're painting them too? Perhaps. I have very little patience for paint. My family members are always like, can you paint me this? Can you paint me this? And I'm like, oh my gosh. Permanent mediums or like mediums that are messy are really hard to do with like precision for me. And Zendai says there's easy ones you can get. The entry grade kit for the Strike Gundam is like $12. Oh, okay. Let me just look that up. Entry grade kit. Ooh. Let me see. This guy looks really intense, but he's not actually that hard. There's like this guy with his shield. I'm gonna put him on screen. Oh gosh, they keep being like shopping photos, so they won't show you like... They won't let me copy and paste any pictures. Okay, here's a picture. This guy. Okay, he doesn't look that hard. And on it says, Luna has a tiny little patch of white in her chest. Ah! Like Luna, but on the chest. Alright, let me know if it's too high or too low. Well, I guess first let me block out the, I'm gonna do purple, like a dark purple. Let me block out the arms, so then you can see where the chest is. So is it low on the chest, like here? And it's a little patch of white. Or is it like high on the chest, like here? Inaki just says, there's high grade, perfect, grade R, grade, and the beginner grade. So high grade, perfect grade, R grade, and the beginner grade. Well, what's the one you're working on? The one that you have to paint? Because that sounds high grade to me. I feel like I'd be more into Gundam if they had more cutesy Gundams. Like the bears. Because, like, building stuff is fun. But every time I see, like, Pokemon stuff that you have to, like, build, it's like, it's 4 pieces. And I'm like, oh, that's boring. Like, I don't want to just have it be done in 30 seconds, but I also don't want it to take me days. Doctor says perfect grade. That's like, let me see. The second hardest? Dang. Well, I would love to see it when it's done. Are you going to post them online? And Sunday says, there's grades by complexity. SD Gundams are generally considered the easiest, but then there's high grade, master grade, and real grade in order of increasing size and complexity. There's also entry grade, which are simplified high grades, and real grade, which are more complex master grades. Oh, real grade. Oh gosh, yeah, real Gundam? I hope that they're life-size too, that they actually work, because that's a lot of effort. Doctor says, yes, I will be. Oh, yay, I look forward to it. I know sometimes Ruger is online and like, which Gundam should I work on? And I'm like, ooh, I'll vote, but I don't know, like, I know there's the visual differences, but that's it. I don't know, like, the complication. And Sentai says, also there's lots of cutesy Gundams and the SD Gundam stuff. Ooh! I'll look for those. I would love to build more Gundam. Alright, I'm gonna put the black patch in the meantime somewhere kind of in the middle of these two. Akita says, I'm working on Sazabi. What? Why do they have such cool names? Like, what does that mean? And kind of white patch done. I don't know if it's a diamond patch or just a regular patch. So I'll make it kind of an ambiguous shape. Let me look up Sazabi. Sendai says, plus you can do whatever you want with your Gunpla models. There's a girl online that paints her kits pink and adds frills and stuff to make them cute. Oh, I've definitely seen those. Sazabi. Gundam. Oh, this is some classic Gundam guy. This is one, like, kickbutt Gundam. This looks like the Optimus Prime of Gundams. But, like, if he were a samurai? That's a cool helmet. Yeah, I've also seen people do things where they, like, remake dolls. Like, they, like, take Barbie dolls and or, like, Monster High dolls, and they, like, remake them and paint them to, like, be different characters. And I always thought that was cool, too. I am simply too impatient to learn new skills most of the time, so I just sculpt. If I want something, I just sculpt it. Let me do a little cat tail. And it says, my daughter loves those videos. Oh, I know, right? My roommate used to really like those, and like, they're really cool. To see people like wipe all the faces off the dolls and then like rebuild them. Sendai says, Archangel on Twitter does a lot of cutesy customs. Ooh. Sendai says she's also an idol. Wow. What a well-rounded person. I will write that name down. And it says she watches people repaint and rehair. OMG LOL dolls. Oh, the OMG LOL dolls. Those are intense. Like, the rehairing ones. It's like, gosh, there's so much effort that goes into small crafts. And, like, people who do miniatures, too. Like, I have some friends who do those, and I'm like, wow. I am blown away by people's patience. And, like, the talent, also really cool. But the patience, I'm like, wow. Also the creativity, I feel like. But, like, things like sewing and knitting are not my strong suit. And I feel like a lot of those things end up being kind of, like, similarly painstaking. Hana says, right, it takes hours. I don't know how they do it. Yeah, like, my concentration is too fleeting. Ursa says, haha, I remember that. The, like, oh, Hana's daughter watching this, people. And Hana says, and how they sew and make clothes for them, too. Yeah, right? Like, I like to sew clothes for my stuffed animals when I was a kid, but they were not good. But it was fun. Ursa says, I want to get into painting Warhammer, to be honest. That's what my friend does. I've heard it can be really therapeutic. To me, I think it would just be very frustrating. The second I would accidentally paint over something, I would lose my shit. Because that's how it happens whenever I paint my sculptures. I'm so much more keen on sculpting something than painting it. And then whenever it comes to painting, I'm like, oh god. I really don't want to do this anymore. Did I really make this? But like, I already made the thing, so I should paint it. Or same, hahaha. It's hard to find something that you're actually willing to dedicate hours of your time to. Like, but it's cool when you do. I feel like, one for me is puzzles. I think jigsaw puzzles are really fun. Which, also, I am planning an anniversary thing. Here's a little sneak peek, I guess, information. I am planning an anniversary stream in next month. At the end of next month. I think it's May 25th? 26th? Around that time. But it will involve puzzles, and it specifically will involve a raffle, or like some sort of competition-y thing, which the details will be uploaded on Twitter. So if you don't follow me on Twitter and you would like to join, let me go ahead and post my socials. Well, I'll post my Twitter, specifically. Hana says, my cat Luna literally has the skinniest tail on a cat I've ever seen. It's like half the size of Crystal's. Crystal's more soft and floofy, and Luna's is super silky smooth. Roger that. I will make it super skinny. And Senda says, gunpla kits are kind of like 3D puzzles, although they have directions, so you know where the pieces go, I guess. I do like that. I like when things just have, like, I don't know. It's cool when things have directions like that. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like following a recipe, I guess. Like, it's kind of nice when it's like, oh, just do exactly this. Like, my friend's like, oh, do you cook? And it's like, well, if I have a recipe, I do cook. And it's like, well, yeah, but like, do you ever like cook off recipe? I'm like, no, because I don't find that fun. But it is like fun for some reason to be like, all right, let me do exactly the things at exactly the time. Like, it's like, I don't know, like a mission in a video game where they're like, do this in this amount of time, or like in this exact way. Maybe it's why I don't play too many open world games. I just like games that are like, this is your next path. And I'm like, okay, I'll go there. Alright, there's a little skinny tail. Make this more of a patch. More fur. Get rid of this nose bridge because I'm not digging it. And I'm gonna paint some of this nose in so then I can make it all black. Hana says it's perfect! Yay! Thank you. And thanks for letting me draw your pets. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad we get to celebrate them. I can only imagine all the wonderful stories you've got. I would love to hear about all your pets sometime. Hana says, it's perfect. LOL, can't type today. Hey, I think language is when you communicate, and I got the message, so you communicated effectively. A+, communication got across. But yeah, the anniversary thing I plan to do next month is also Pokemon themed. So if you like Pokemon, keep an eye out on my social media. It's gonna be kind of a convoluted thing, but it's something I've been wanting to do for a super long time. Meanwhile, my next stream is actually going to be a game that my friend gave me. And he was like, I would love it if you could play it on stream. And I was like, alright, I'll give it my shot. It is not at all my expertise. Like, it is a game I think I will be terrible at. And I don't play a lot of new games on stream that I've never played before. So, it'll be a time. But I do look forward to it, and I'm very excited to see the experience that my friend has recommended me. In fact, he might even join me, so who knows, maybe next time you see me, it will be a collab. But I'm definitely going to be streaming that game. And then come May, I will be doing that Pokemon-themed anniversary thing. Ursa says, ooh, Pokemon, I like it, yes. I think you'll be very happy about this. It's going to be kind of, the prize is something pretty small, but I think it'll be something people can enjoy regardless. It appears as though Luna has black whiskers. If that is incorrect, I will get rid of them. I'm gonna draw this. Boop. I like the like 3 whisker simplify. There we go. And then I'll do a little purple for the ears. Boop. That's too small. Here we go. The eyes are maybe a bit big, but hey, it's just moe. That's all. The kids are slowly getting home from school. I saw a couple walk by. Now I am nervous. They're so loud sometimes. And by sometimes, I mean literally most of the time. The kids in my neighborhood are always dribbling basketball. It is their #1 favorite sport and pastime, and it is pretty much all they do ever, leading me to be only taking ibuprofen pretty much ever. I'm glad that they have passions, but I am also sad that they drive me to the edge of insanity. It is always very upsetting. But they're good kids. Like, they're fun kids. It's their neighborhood, too. I just look forward to not having an apartment someday. Because neighbor noise is I'm not a fan. I think there's something where, like, sometimes you hear your neighbors in the distance, like, they're, like, having a good time, and you're like, oh, that's good. Like, that's fine neighbor noise. But I think neighbor noise where it's, like, right up against your window and they're dribbling basketball is not fine neighbor noise. I don't like that one as much. Honest, I totally understand. My neighbors always sound like they're herding elephants upstairs. Oh my gosh, I saw this, like, what is it? It was like I guess it was just a short video about this person trying to hang themselves using, like, coat hangers, and they kept using, like, a little more each time, but they kept, like, falling and hitting the ground really hard, and all the hangers would, like, break and fly everywhere. Yeah, I just sucked in air improperly. But they were using coat hangers, and someone was like, this is what upstairs neighbors do. I'm like, it really sounds like that sometimes. I swear, upstairs neighbors are just always just stomping around. And Sentai's grooving to the jams to the spring music. And Versus like, true. Oh no, you also have loud neighbors? Or you just know Hondas aren't loud? No, it says, yeah, it's so bad even Ursi is heard in the voice chats. Oh, okay. Goodness. That's awful. Yeah, I always get nervous about that sort of thing. Like, my neighbors are so loud, I'm like, I don't have a noise filter on right now, but if I stream like 30 minutes longer to like 40 minutes longer, all the kids will come home and I will need to put on a noise filter, which will suck because whenever I do, it kind of cuts out some like laughs or it cuts out some phrases if I hold them too long, which is just a bit of a bummer. But it's like, well, it's what I gotta do because the kids are gonna be coming home and really loud soon. Okay, we got this little chunky baby. And as I said, no, I heard Hana's. Yeah, that's awful. I hate that. It's like, it gives me so much anxiety. Like, I'm like, I have like a whole rant because I was like trying to do tests on stream one day, like all my audio tests. And like, all I could hear were people in the distance and I was so pissed. I just like had like a whole 8-minute like test that was just me getting super pissed and being like, ah, like, Hana says, Luna looks like a star. Oh, I'm glad. I'll put a little moon next to her. And then I'll put stars next to both of them. I can draw a moon if I try. Drawing moons and stars are a very similar process for me, which requires a lot of erasing. But hey, in the end, it will be a moon and it will be a star. But yeah, I had like an 8-minute thing that's still on my desktop, honestly, of me just ranting about like, how am I ever gonna stream ever again? I'm so ticked. Like, I'm so tired of this happening, and like, I'll have to like wait till I move to stream ever again, and it's like, no, I guess I'll just be cautious, and you know, sometimes there will be like noise leaking into streams, but it's like, well, 'tis the life, it's just how it goes. No one, and I definitely don't like fault my neighbors for it, they're just living their life too, and it's just how it goes. Except the upstairs neighbors, I think when they're super loud, it's like, okay, you know that there's people below you. It sucks because Rose and I both stay home most of the time because she works from home, and I am unemployed. I just stay home. Why did I feel like there was a glitch on the screen for a second? This is actually just trying to like fault you on to a creepypasta But I thought I saw something on the screen. And that was the last you heard from Ray. No, I'll be around. Alright, Luna, or Crystal looks a little smaller. I'll draw the head, but if that ends up being incorrect, let me know. A little fluffier. Less thin cat. I will draw Luna's eyes closed, because they're closed in this picture and it is super cute. Oh, so this is an older pic. They're the same size now. Okay, cool. Then I'll move her head up so they're the same size. There we are. And can I stretch it, or will that make it weird? It's a little weird. I can fix it. There we go. Man, this is the day we draw cats today. Are there cat Gundams? I would love cat Gundams. Like, I like the bear ones I have, but I'm a huge sucker for kitties. And I've had them pretty much my whole life. Okay, so this is kind of like wraps around the ear and then goes down to the cheek. Kind of like that. There, okay. It says, cats are my life, and the heights you have are perfect. Thank you! Yes, cats deserve all that love. They deserve to be life. I mean, I think Sailor Moon totally helps that sort of thing. And Senta says, there's some Hello Kitty Gundam collab sets you can get. Ooh. Are they, like, overly simple, though, or are they, like, still kind of a challenge? I'm so disappointed with the, like, Pokemon ones. Like, seriously, they have... I think they had Piplup and they had Pikachu, what I saw. But I was, like, so let down because they were, like, 8 pieces. And I'm like, I guess it's fine because it's probably for kids. But, like, I don't know. I wanted, like, a little more complex of a character. Like, I don't, give me Rayquaza or something. You can dress Kitty up as the original Gundam or a Zaku. A Zaku? Is that a type of Gundam? Is that what the one we saw earlier was? The samurai helmet? Oh my gosh, I love cats with middle parts so much. They melt my heart. They're so cute. I'm biased, my cat has a middle part. Sometimes says there's a normal SD Gundam kit, but with alternate parts for Kitty to wear the helmet and suit. Oh. That's so cool. I love that Hello Kitty just, like, can be Gundam. Become Gundam. Good for her. Gotta protect herself somehow. I guess. Oh yeah, speaking of, Sanrio. The, like, company that Hello Kitty's from, is currently doing its ranking poll. I'll see if I can find it. In case you guys want to rank your favorites, or if you don't have favorites, if you want to rank my favorites. Let me see, I'll look it up. Sanrio ranking. There we go. 2023 official character rankings. Here you are. So basically you can just rank for what your favorite Sanrio characters are, and there's like 90 you can choose from, so you can also see like the huge variety of characters that are in Sanrio, which I always like to see. There's one called Kabuki Nyan Taro, and I love it a lot. I definitely always vote for it because it'd be really cool if it got merch someday. In Zaku were the standard bad guys in Gundam, the Zasabi is actually related since it's also a Zeon type. Oh my gosh, so it's like Decepticons and Autobots. That's so cool. I don't know which came first, but they're similar in nature, yes? It looks like Miss Crystal has a pink nose. I will correct if incorrect. You move it over like a little bit. No, I didn't. I want to shrink it. I want to move it. There we go. Close enough. Then yeah, most Gundam shows are war stories like Transformers. I guess that's fair. I would like a Gundam slice of life, though. But it is fair that it's like... I mean, they have weapons, like, built into them. Oh, here, I'm gonna drink some water a little bit. I would love to see Gundam branch into, like, comedy and slice of life and magical. That'd be so fun. I like that Crystal's still kind of like a short-haired cat, but is fluffy. Sendai says, there are some that are at least partly a slice of life, like War in the Pocket. Oh, yeah, I guess if War's in the pocket, you're not exactly having it. Haha. But that's cool. I guess they're just all so like confident and so fine, like with the wars that are going on. They're just like, oh yeah, we're doing good now. Oh my gosh, cat paws. They're so cute. I can't stand it. And get this right. There we go. Perfect. Also, there are Goofy shorts and specials. Ooh, like holiday specials. I like whenever there's like a holiday about and it's like, oh, we should try to find like an anime that like has like this holiday in it so that we can watch it to celebrate. Or like watch a cartoon that has like a special for it, like holiday specials. Or even like birthday themed ones, like Ochiken has a birthday episode. And these paws are closer together. Oh my gosh, Luna looks like way doofier than Crystal. That was not my intent. If this were Sai... Oh, actually, okay, I can open this up in Sai and I can, like, alter it and then I can bring it back. I think. You don't have to see this Sai. Sometimes the Sword of War in the Pocket technically takes place during Christmas. Oh. That's cool. So it's kind of like its own Christmas special. Yeah, I'm not sure I can actually do this. We'll see. I'm editing things off screen so that I can hopefully put them back on screen. Let's see. Or let me do it. What is your print screen? And you'll see what I did. I made her head a bit bigger. Okay, but she's smaller now, which is not ideal. Let me zoom in. How's this? Is this still smaller? It is. I want to zoom in one more time. Ursa says, Stardew OST, lots comfy. Honestly, I never know when Stardew Valley OSTs are playing on my playlists, but whenever they do, I do like their jams. Alright. I think Crystal's head might just be a bit smaller. Let me see if I can make it a bit bigger. Okay, it doesn't look like it's distorted or anything. I just feel like her head was too small, and it made Luna look way cartoonier. There we go, there we go. Because sometimes I'll hear Kirby OSTs and be like, this is familiar, but I don't know from what, because I don't pay that much attention to Kirby OSTs. So we just breached we're about to breach the 3-hour mark. As an unfortunate disclaimer, this is actually usually where I do drop off, and my mental acuity is so slim. I'm already gonna thank you in advance for your patience, because my speed is about to slow down, as you're probably already noticing. 'Tis the life and times. But I will be as strong as I can. I really do want to actually get to every single pet. Maybe if I put them all on screen at the same time, then I can like get like a better handle on them. I could always do a part 2, but I would like it if my next stream could be the that one game my friend got me. Okay, this leg is not in the right spot. And thank you so much for talking pets, and for talking Gundam, and for talking languages. learning all fun, cool stuff today. I know sometimes it's like, well, the streamers like the podcast. Sometimes the feeling's mutual. I get to learn all sorts of things. But it's still my responsibility as the one who's united us here today to tell some stories. Me think. Well, we mentioned Stardew. I've never played Stardew because I don't like the art. That's really shallow, and it's also why I never watched Code Lyoko as a kid, because I didn't like the art. But, then I did watch Code Lyoko, and it was actually kick-ass. I really, really like Code Lyoko a lot now. So I don't know, don't judge a book by its cover. Stardew apparently is really awesome. I have a lot of friends who really love it, and it seems like a great time. Okay, so if I need to make this closer, or I need to angle this body a bit or something. There we go. Because I'm like, it looks like she's pooping. I don't want to put that. But yeah, I'd like to play Stardew, but every time I see someone who's played Stardew on the Switch, it's always like, played for 1,000 hours. And I'm like, oh, that's like too much commitment, I think. It's hard to have like a game or even like watch a show that has no ending. So I really would like to watch Pretty Cure, but I know it just kind of goes forever. But it's technically new characters each time, so... Watch the first few episodes of Pretty Cure. It was a good time. Ursa says, I want to play it more. I appreciate games that have that energy where you want to return to them, because then it's like really easy. You don't need to like pick up whole new mechanics every time you want to play a game of that variety. But also I'm like... I like to play games and then say goodbye, and then don't see them again. That's why I play Animal Crossing relentlessly for like a really long time, and then I say goodbye for an even longer time. In 2020, I played so much Animal Crossing for about a year straight, and then I think I had like at least 1,000 hours on Animal Crossing, and then I have not played it since. And I said, sorry, I had a work call, hee. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Oh, thank you. And yep, no apologies. I mean, you're at work. Thanks for even being here. It says, let me visit your island. I bombed my island to restart an island, and then I stopped playing. So, unfortunately, my island with all my actual effort is gone. I am so sorry. I can visit yours. I wish I had kept mine, because it's like, man, Brevs and I put so much work into our original island. But we were just like, no, we want to start anew. Like, we have so many new ideas. We had no ideas. I don't know what we were talking about. Or says, I should get it ready then. Yeah, I would love to visit your island. It's been a while. All my characters probably have bedhead. And don't have any of the cool clothes, because I used to have, like, also a super beefed out wardrobe. I basically had, like, all the fish, I don't know, I had, like, the whole museum basically done, and it was like, yeah, let's do it from the beginning again. I'm like, why did we do this? Why did we start from the beginning? It's so much more stressful, and now all I have are a bunch of gyroids, and that's it. I used to have so many DIY kits. Which, I don't know, after watching DIY the anime, there's, like, a lot of things I'm like, well, would that be kind of fun to build? Like, maybe, like, a desk that's more my style. Although I do like my current desk. It's pretty cool. I don't know. Some people like build bread houses, or bread boxes, not houses, but maybe building like a little cat house for my cats. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe like a pet dish, so my pets could like not have to bend over as much when they drink their food or drink their water or eat their food. Hannah says, Em's going home! Congrats! I'm so glad you're going home! I hope you can eat something really nice on the way! Congrats on a day well done! And Arsa says, yay! Yay! Yay indeed. Me move this head up a bit. Arsa says, lots of hearts! Lots of hearts! Okay, a couple of these look like hearts. Oh wait, 5. There we go. I feel like 5 is a number that when I ask people what their favorite number is, it's like semi-common. If there's a number that I think is very rarely people's favorite number, I think it's probably like the number 2. I don't think that many people like the number 2. I don't know if it's because they don't like coming in second or something, but I think the number 2 is pretty cool. It's definitely not one of my favorites, but I like it too. Okay, let's get these markings in. There's one on the belly, kind of. here. There is one kind of on this foot. I'm not sure if it'd be visible. Kind of on the back, though. It looks like there is quite a bit. It looks like this is all kind of black, too. Man, it's like a Warrior Cats OC. I love these markings. You guys ever have Warrior Cats OCs? Hannah says, thank you. I'll drive safe. I'll be lurking, but still listening to you, Rainy. Oh, thank you. Thanks for just, like, being here and for lurking and sharing your workday with me. And Hannah says, maybe it's because people say they gotta go number 2. Yeah, maybe it's that. It's, like, both your second place and it's, like, associated with poop. It's like, oh, man, poor number 2. It's a cute number. You can draw it like this, or you can draw it like this. And I don't know any other ways you can draw it, but it's maybe like this. Haha. This looks like a really smug too, though. It gives me Beavis and Butthead vibes. But is music gone? Music's gone. Haha. My music's gone. Senses are tingling, which is good. I feel like I've had quite a few streams where I just completely forget the music, and I always feel pretty bad about it because then it's just quiet for a long time. I also, like, sometimes I listen back to my VODs and I'm like, oh gosh, the music was so quiet, even though I tested it so many times. I'm trying to make it louder today, as well as my own voice. Oh gosh, the kids are gonna be coming home from school today. Oh no, I'm so nervous about the kids coming home from school. They're gonna be so loud. They literally dribble on their way to their houses. Like, there's like 6 different kids in this neighborhood who like basketball. It's very intense. Like, the love of basketball is very extreme. I'm gonna add some stars. Or I guess I'll do the shade. Maybe I'll do the light purple since we already have purple. Not like that. Hannah says, oh my gosh, it feels like 100 degrees outside. It's 92 Fahrenheit. I am so sorry. Oh my goodness. That is terrible news. I hope that your car can cool up. Gosh, what temperature is it where I'm at? Let me see. Will it tell me? It is. No, usually my desktop tells me what temperature it is outside, which is a really weird feature I've never turned on, but I've also never turned off, and it is gone. It's warm here today, but I don't think it's 92. Yeah, I hope you can, especially since you haven't really had anything to hydrate today, I hope you can hydrate ASAP. I think the next cat we have is Farrell's cat, Loki. She's a treat. Man, we've just had to draw a bunch of cute cats today and one really adorable pup. And then I think after Loki comes not a cat or a dog. I'm pretty excited that, like, I don't know, I like made it like a notice, like, it's okay what animals you have, any of them are good. But it's like, I was worried no one would take me up on it because I don't normally draw other animals. I don't usually draw animals in general, but at least not on stream. I do draw them a lot off stream just because I think they're fun. But like, I have a sibling who's like a furry, and they draw they draw animals like super detailed and super like on model, I guess, as you could say it. Like, they're super like, oh yeah, that is, you can tell what species that is right away. This is how I draw animals. Super undetailed. Alright, so I think I might be done here. I will make it so I can pull it up just in case so we can make sure later. Since I know Hannah's driving. And Sendai says, animals are nice. There were a lot of nice animal cafes when I went to Japan. Ooh, I only had a cat cafe, where I used to live. But, what other animal cafes have you been to? I've heard of rabbit ones, but I would love a dog cafe. I just really want to see dogs and know people who have dogs and then never have a dog, because I just can't be responsible enough for a dog. But I love them so much. If I ever were responsible enough, or I could be, like, physically active enough, I would so love. Sendai says, got to pet owls and hedgehogs. What? That's so heckin' cool! That just makes me wonder why there aren't, like, owl characters in Sonic the Hedgehog. They would be awesome. Oh wait, unless that one purple one's a great horned owl, and that's definitely very possible. But, that's neat. My old roommate used to have a hedgehog. Oh, Kyoko. She was a treat. I mean, she wasn't like the friendliest, but she was very cool. I liked her a lot. We've got Luna. I'll write the names down. Luna. And... well, I guess you should do better ampersand than that. Ampersand is one of my favorite ways to write an and symbol, but it is not convenient to do. Luna and Crystal. Such cute, cute babies. Something tells me I might be missing markings on Crystal, because I can't see her back. So I will ask when Hannah gets back. In fact, I'll make a note of it. C's markings, so I don't forget. And, anything else I have to ask? No, I think that's it. Man, the way that these cats hug, though, so heckin' cute. Wait, were the owls and the hedgehogs in the same cafe? I mean, I don't know if owls can really eat hedgehogs, but I know they eat, like, rodents. That's pretty... would be an interesting combination. Let me crop this. Save it. Luna and Crystal. Maybe I should give him like little tiny shadows. I should do that one the other way, but it's really hard to make lines this way. Okay. There we are. So I think we got him. Sentai said, no, they're in different cafes. I went to an owl cafe in Harajuku and a hedgehog cafe in Osaka. Ooh. I can't believe there's a whole cafe of hedgehogs. Like, there's like a whole bunch of them where they're just walking around. I mean, that's so interesting because I know with like cat cafes, like they just walk around. But like with hedgehog cafes, like are they just like in a, is there like a bunch of containers where they're like moving around and stuff like that? I'm trying to wrap my mind around it. That's so cool. I mean, yeah, I've heard of rabbit cafes, but like hedgehog, that's so wild. Especially since they probably like anointing all the time, I feel like, because there's so many smells in a cafe. Alright. New canvas. I don't know why the canvas size is super weird this time. Here we go. Sendai says, they were in little boxes and the staff would take them out and put them in your lap to hold and pet. Aw. Did it make you want to get a hedgehog? Were you like, huh, I have to protect this creature. Alright, here's Farrell's cat. Last time I did not do a reveal, and I was remiss about it after. So this time, revealing Farrell Suteta's cat, which, also I should be shouting out everyone. They already do this too. First of all, we did my brother's cat. He does not have a Twitch. But then we did Ursa's dog. So shout out to Ursa. And we just completed, well, I guess shout out Hana whenever we get the okay on the completion. Because I think too many shoutouts back to back could get kind of muddy in the chat. Vicente says, maybe, they are super cute. My apartment doesn't allow pets though. Not even small pets? That's outrageous. Like, I know hedgehogs kind of need big containers, but they're not loud or anything. That's so silly. I would want to get one just to spite them. I guess my apartment, we didn't tell them that we had a hedgehog just in case, just because it took a lot of space, but she was so quiet. But, here is Farrell Suteta, I think is how you spell that. Let me make sure that's the right spelling. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Didn't want to mislead you guys in the wrong direction. Oh, I got so many tabs up. It's wild. So, Farrell Suteta's cat, here, named Loki. What we know about Loki is that Loki lives up to her name. Here she is! Wow! This is a big-ass image. Beautiful, beautiful feet, beautiful mouth, beautiful nose, such pretty striking eyes. Green, Loki'd appreciate it, I think. Dang, such sharp ears. Well, this cat reveal was more intense than the last. It says large, Yeah, this is a large picture, that's for sure. Let me crop it. Not everyone has cropped pictures of their animals on hand. Let me see. Which, valid. Okay, cropped it. Reposted it. I'm gonna try to shrink it and not distort this baby. I don't really feel like that's distorted, right? Let me look at the source material. A little wide. Let me just thin it out like a little bit. Okay, cool. I think that's good. Now zoom it back in. Wait, why is it this way? Why is this the sizes? Oh my goodness. Paint decided now of all times to start fighting me. Okay, what if we go all the way up to here? And then we zoom in. There we go. Okay, cool. Now we're back. Now we're back in business. This is a Loki. Spelled how you might anticipate. But I will write it down, just in case. I think this might be an accidentally bigger canvas than the last one. Because this is the biggest size brush now. Okay. Let's try to shrink this a little bit more. Oh yeah, it's like a 3,000 pixel canvas. Whoops. Please don't distort this baby too much. Okay. Oh no, the kids are riding bicycles outside. Anxiety increases. Okay, so then I'm gonna shrink the canvas here. I mean, maybe MS Paint isn't the most ideal way to draw, but it's still fun. There we go. There we go. And there's a dog outside too, and it's really cute, but I'm nervous for noise. I need to take a sip real quick. Okay, so we do have Loki. I considered showing everyone else's pets so that I could like get a good idea on like how many pets I have left to draw. But I think I just have 1, 2. It looks like I just have 1. I'm counting on different apps, that's why I'm struggling. 2, 3, and then 4 is Loki. I think I can do this. I think I got this. We can do 4 more. We've already done 4, so I think we're good. All right. Let me. Man, this cat looks like a badass bitch. Like I'm just saying, this cat looks so fucking cool. Like the last cats were just so cute and so cuddly. This cat looks like she's about to tell you that she got to be the leader of ThunderClan by, like, killing her brother. And that she doesn't regret it. But, like, you know what? She was a better leader. Like, it was probably for the best. Her brother was a bit of a sack of shit. But then she didn't trust the stars to pick the leader. So, I mean, she's kind of forsaking the heavens. This is shit that will only probably make sense if you've watched or read... if you've read Warrior Cats. I do kind of hope that they make like a visual adaptation of Warrior Cats someday, but the way that they butchered the hell out of Guardians of Ga'Hoole, the owl books, I'm not exactly hopeful for it. Alright. She stands real tall. And oh my goodness, I love cat feet so much. Ursa says, Ray Ray. Yes, Ursa? You're such a cutie. Oh, thank you. Ditto. I mean, probably just influenced by all these beautiful cats on screen. Because they're so cute. This cat, like, looks like it's scowling at you. This cat could be a Pokemon, I think. Like, with these intense eyes. She even has kind of eyebrows that look mad. Maybe made her a little chunky, but nothing wrong with that. And I don't see her tail. So I'm just gonna drape it off the edge of something. Oops, not the shape I was going for. And filling it in. There we go. Man, this just makes me think of when I was a kid and you'd be like in school and you're trying to look for like anything to do that's not the actual assignments on the computers in computer class. I would always go to MS Paint. But there'd be a lot of kids who do like stick fight animation stuff, and I thought that was really cool. But I was like, no, I need more. I need to draw like hair or something. Like I need to draw more colors. I can't do stick fights. So like, I don't know. Respect people who do stick figure drawings. I think that level of simplicity can be hard to achieve. And I actually do believe that stick figure drawings, because everybody be like, oh, I can't draw, I just do stick figure drawings. Like, I think every stick figure is drawn a little differently. And like the circles and the squares, the sticks, the like thickness of the line work, like it's all like a little different. So I think they're all valuable and worth, I don't know, looking at. I think they're neat. Some of the coolest shit's been made in stick figures. And the cavemen didn't give up when all their stuff was a lot of stick figures. And we look at their stuff in awe, so, I mean, I think stick figures should never be undermined. Oh my gosh. I'm just continuously intimidated by this cat's aura. I would go on a Warrior Cats rant, but I genuinely don't remember enough about Warrior Cats. It's been a really long time. That was back in middle school. You know, I see sometimes people do polls for things, where they're like, how did you find this channel? How did you find this place? And it's usually for like a sense of growth, like, so I can do that thing again, so more people can find me. I personally am not a professional. I'm not that intense or that cool or passionate as all these really cool, passionate people putting their like whole selves into things. I'm just kind of like, yeah, my whole self is not that much. But like, I do kind of wonder. Like, I'm like, whoa, how do people find you? Is it like the art tag? Is it like whenever there's like a new person and I meet a new friend, I was like, huh, I wonder. What was it? How did we meet? What brought you here today? I was just in my little corner drawing people's animals, and I met several people today. That's so cool. And I got to see friends. And it's like, I know my friends got here because they've been here before, but like, how do strangers arrive? And how do we become new friends? That's so cool. Marissa says, your lot's cool, to be honest. Aw, well, ditto. I don't know, I'll have to take your word for it. I like to try a little bit, but I know there's a lot of people who try, like, a lot of it. And I'm like, huh, I wonder. Like, how does someone find a creator? Makes me think about, like, how I found creators that I used to follow and stuff. Because, like, in the VTuber community, I find a lot of people who are, like, friends, or people who, like, interact with me and whatnot. I don't know. Oh my gosh, this cat has such a cute, like, maroonish nose. Okay, I ended up making it this color. I think that's good. Okay. But, like, how did I find Markiplier? Because all my friends talked about Markiplier when I was a kid. But, like, I never really cared. I was never really into Let's Players at that time, when I was younger. So, it was never really something that I was moved to watch. But eventually I ended up watching him, so it's like, why? What was the iceberg? Did I just wanted... I think it was probably horror games are what got me into Let's Players, just because I was too chicken to play them. Which maybe someday for like a special event I'll play a horror game here. I don't know the likelihood of that, because a lot of times, especially if they're first person, I just don't move. I just get scared and then nothing happens. I think it's actually more this dusty brown. Whoops. But, I don't know, it's probably because I was like, oh man, Five Nights at Freddy's seems really cool, but I'm too chicken to play it. Let me just watch Mark play it. Everyone likes that guy. He seems cool. And then it's like, oh yeah, I can see the appeal now of watching people play games. Because before it wasn't like I was one of those people who's like, why would you want to watch people play games? Like, just play them yourself. What's the point of them existing? And it's like, I don't know. I was never really a curmudgeon or like misunderstood like that. But I do feel like I didn't really have any personal interest, that's all. But eventually, horror games probably got me into it. I wonder if art can be the same way, where some people are like, man, I don't really like art. I don't want to do it myself. Like, but I got into this person because they make art. Oh my gosh, I like when cats have like the pink, pink on their mouths. It's so cute. I had to tell Brevs I was almost going to be done around this time. She's actually not home today, which is one of the reasons why I don't have a filter. For those of you who don't know, Brevs is my roommate. So I usually have like some sort of sound filter on because I want her to, I mean, if she uses the restroom or something like that, like you'll hear it on the mic. But, so I usually use like some sort of sound filter to prevent that from happening. It still has happened sometimes, which is kind of funny because people are like, wow, Dora ASMR. I'm like, yeah, that is what that is. But, today, Brevs is gone for like 8 hours getting a tattoo. It's that big. It's impressive. I could never. I get really small tattoos. I think tattoos are cool, but I just never really had like a lot of urge for them. How many times today? Brevs was saying it's almost like a theme how many times you can say, I did this because it was easier or because I'm lazy or something like that. So it's like, how many times in a day can I be like, oh, I did this because of ease? Oh, Sentai's sad crying cats. Is it because this cat looks like it's got like the crying tears of a cheetah? It does kind of look sad. Like the markings do. The cat itself looks pissed. Like, it looks really intense. But probably gonna make this actually like slightly darker. I don't think this is actually accurate. Yeah, I probably found Markiplier because of horror games, and I found Corey Kenshin because someone told me about this horror game that Markiplier hadn't played. And I love Corey Kenshin's content. Ursa says, I'm talking about tattoos, if you still have that drawing, send it to me, please. I think I know which one you're talking about, but was it one that I've already sent you before? Because then I know what one you're talking about, but if it's not, if it's something I've never sent you, then I'm like, oh wait. Was it something that I might have drawn while we were in voice chat one day? Or is it, I think you sent it to me already, yeah. Then yeah, I'll see if I can find it somewhere. Unfortunately, if it's the one I'm thinking of, I didn't save a file, I don't think. I think I just kind of like did a doodle of it in MS Paint, and then I sent it to you and I didn't save it. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't save it. Sometimes I'll do that where I'll be like, here, I'm just sketching out a concept for someone, and then I just, like, send it, but I don't save it as like a file on my computer. Unfortunately, I've got too many files on my computer as is. Ursa says, MS Paint. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll save it if I do it again. I mean, I think sometimes if you lose an art piece, then the one that you make the second time around might have even more value to it, because you made it with the knowledge of the first one. Here I am like, I'm gonna take less time on these ones. And this cat comes in with these like beautiful and specific markings. I'm like, never mind. Dang. Okay, this cat told me. Ursa says, ha ha ha, no worries. Well, thank you. I mean, it was just so nice of Hana to gift you that sub. That's so sweet. She is so generous. Like, that's so nice of her. Man, I know I'm supposed to, like, be not, like picking up the pace or whatever, because A, children will be here soon, really fucking loud, and B, I still have 3 other animals to do after this one. But I am having a really good time drawing this warrior cat's looking ass. Loki is a legend. Man, I used to read the Warrior Cats comics, and several of them, not good art. Like, specifically the Tiger Star ones. If you ever look up Tiger Star Warrior Cats comics, they looked not good. But there was this one that I used to like basically like design how I did cats off of, like how I drew cats. It was about Scourge, and it was the only Warrior Cats comic that had this like anime-y art style, but it was so pretty. Like I was obsessed with it as a kid. I was like, this is the only way I can draw cats from now on. But it was really hard. It was definitely a very unique style, and it took like a lot of liberties in drawing cats too. So it was not easy to replicate. But I feel like everyone's got those styles as a kid. Like Dragon Ball Z is so specific, but like kids will like try to mimic it and be like, oh yeah, like, I want to draw that. And one kid got me to chalk draw Goku. I felt kind of bad about it because I couldn't stay in the sun too much, so I like had to find the one shady area in the whole apartment complex because sun was casting everywhere. And so this kid's like, "Where'd you draw Goku?" And I'm like, in the shadowy area of the apartment complex, really far away. And I'm like, this would definitely ring alarm bells for me if I were a child. But I'm like, I try to like keep my distance and be like, it's over there, and like point to it and be like, you can go over there by yourself. Promise I'm not gonna be like a scary chalk deceiver. Sentai says, I like Akira Toriyama's art. Ooh, let me Google this. Is that someone I just referenced without knowing? There's a high likelihood. Akira Toriyama. Oh yes! Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, it's very unique. Like, it's so iconic. Like, I feel like I can't, like, if anyone was like, oh, there's this about this style I don't like, I can't dog on it. There's nothing I can really dog on. I can't be like, oh, this. I personally just can't, because it's so recognizable, and it's so beloved, and it does such a good job at what it does, that it's like, no, it's an incredibly successful, well-beloved art style that captures the feeling of the show really well. And it says also he does the character designs for the Dragon Quest RPG series. Yeah, I remember I was always so confused because I would see them and be like, is this like a Dragon Ball offshoot? Nope. Just same guy, different work. I'm like, that's so cool. Just like this cat and the badass markings. I hope that these stripes are correct though, because I can't tell. Oh wait, I haven't put the pupils in. And that makes this cat look like way more ominous. I think that's correct. Yeah, I think that's right. I almost don't even want to give her eye shines because she looks so intense, but she has them in the picture. Grezzy, oh, Grezzy, thanks for subscribing! I appreciate it! Little thanks for subscribing! Animation! That's so sweet of you! You subscribed for 7 months, dang! And Rain, I'm in the car, but I wanted to say hi. Oh, Grezzy in the car, please stay cool. I know it's probably very hot this time of year. I've already heard from Hana it is obscene temperatures. Sentai says his older comedy series, Something Jump, is real fun. Oh, Dr. Slump is real fun. Arail is great. Why was Dr. Slump, like, blocked out? Why was it censored? I don't understand. But, that's cool. It's older than Dragon Ball Z. Also, yeah, I don't want to gossip for that. Grezzy, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I hope you had a great day at work. And if you're, I guess if you're in the car, that would presume that you are on your way home, and I'm very glad to hear that. Then it says, because I put the dot, so it was a link. Oh, what? That's so silly. Oh my gosh, I wonder if that's what got censored for Chrome earlier. Like, maybe he did, like, the 0.0 face, and it got censored, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, but does that say ass? I only know one three-letter word that could get censored. I guess it just defaults to being 3 letters. And I don't know why I was about to reread that. But Dr. Slump. What's it about? Is it like Dragon Ball, or is it in the same universe? Or is it like a completely different story? Oh my gosh, this cat's so cool. Oh my gosh, this cat's got a kudere personality, I feel like. Okay, so there's like white here, and it kind of like curves in and goes up like this, like a little hook. And then I think it goes around for pretty much everywhere else. Okay. And I can probably close it off and color it in. Yes. Looks goofy right now, but it'll look fine later. Oh, sorry for spit noises. Probably should do the inner ears. Sendai says it's completely different. There are some crossovers. It's about a crackpot scientist that, among other things, builds a super strong robot daughter. Oh, I love that premise! I love building robot families so much. It is, like, genuinely such a cute premise. I mean, have you played Sonic Frontiers? I almost would say that counts. Not exactly, but it's kind of there. But yeah, robot family or like alien family. I mean, I'm just a sucker for found family in general, so I mean, that totally fits. I'm thinking this is Mario Kart music, if I am not mistaken. It's nice. What makes you think of Daisy Cruiser? I'm not saying it is Daisy Cruiser, because I don't think I'm that good of an ear. But I really hope that they bring back Daisy Cruiser onto the new map. I don't think they've done it yet on the new Mario Kart. And I'm like, it's such a missed opportunity. It was such a cool level. Like, you're on a cruise ship. Oh, and I hope they bring it back and they don't fuck it up like Coconut Mall. That shit was awful. Then it says they also adopt an alien later. You'd probably like it. Yeah, probably. I love aliens and robots. I mean, I'm an alien that lives with a robot, so like... I guess that's probably why I'm biased on robot friendship and found family. I platonically married a robot. Who I hope she's doing well right now. She was feeling super unwell when she went to get her tattoo today, and I'm like, oh gosh, getting a tattoo with bad sleep and not feeling well. Especially like an 8-hour-long tattoo. Man. Everyone wish the best for Brevs. You know, I always worry that like when cats have too detailed markings and I try to draw them, like it might end up kind of bad. But I actually think it was turning out okay. I'm happy. I hope it makes Feral and Loki happy. Even though Loki doesn't understand the concept of being illustrated, I do feel like the feeling of being loved from afar and being treasured, that in itself is a pretty powerful thing. I feel like I've watched a lot of anime where the alien character is just like a regular looking human looking character, but they say it's an alien. So whenever I look up for GIFs on Twitter and I'm like, oh, I should look up a GIF for like an alien reaction to this, and there aren't a lot. But the ones I do find are pretty good. I just don't think there's enough of them. Alright, how to simplify the rest of these markings? That's the real question. So it's kind of like a Kappa hat. I don't know about that. But learning how to simplify stuff is kind of one of my favorite parts of character design. It's easy to... well, it's not easy. It takes a lot of skill to like draw something one-to-one exactly how it appears in real life, but I feel like learning how to simplify something is like a completely different skill set that's sometimes overlooked. Not saying I have that skill set, but I really admire it and would like to have it. I think I've tried to do it over the years, like I've tried to train to be that way, but it is very difficult to simplify something from real life. Sendai says, also if you like aliens and alien-human relations and stuff, you'd probably love the Ultra series. Like Ultraman? Is that aliens? This whole time? I used to be in a store that sold Ultraman stuff, but I never really knew anything about it. Like, a customer once told me like a little bit about it because they were super stoked. Yeah, Ultraman. Okay, cool. I always like that they look like bugs. I am a fan of bugs. Even if spiders scare me, I think bugs are cool. And even if I don't want them in my house, I think bugs are cool. Which is kind of convenient because brevs can't really tolerate most bugs. So, usually if like a grasshopper comes in, like I can carry it outside. On like a piece of paper or in my hands or something. But brevs usually is like, oh, like should I kill it? And I'm like, I don't know. If it's something that has no history and we can identify it's not malicious, I don't think we should kill it. Unfortunately, most spiders, I do not have enough knowledge on them to know if they're dangerous or not, so I do default to killing a lot of spiders. Especially if they're small ones, because I know that those can be, like, the worst. Sentai says, it's aliens. It's mostly aliens. Some of the kaiju and stuff are from Earth, though. Ooh. I like that. I always like when it's like, oh yeah, did you know? Deep in the World Sea or something, there's like this giant T-Rex thing. And you're like, oh, okay. I'll take it. Did you know it was just in the volcano we couldn't go to? And you're like, oh wow, okay. Sure. No, I'm not gonna question it. That's cool. As long as it doesn't attack me. Oh, I gotta do the other ear. I almost tried to flip the canvas and I realized you cannot do that on MS Paint. If you flip any of the pictures I've made today, they probably look really weird. But it's because I just don't have the ability to flip them as I go. Also, I don't think art's meant to be perfect from every angle. I just think that's a little unachievable. Also, like, why spend so much time trying to make it perfect from every angle? Like, if it can be enjoyed from any angle, I think that's pretty cool. But, I don't know, maybe that's short-sighted. I'm just trying to justify my own laziness and being like, I don't need to fix it. If I were a kaiju, I would want to be a really big cat kaiju. I think that would be cute. I don't feel like I've seen a cat kaiju before. There's gotta be one. Like a giant saber-toothed tiger or something. There's no way that they could just get away without it. This is Ultraman Orb or Ultraman X would be a great place to start. If you're new to the series, you can find the shows to watch for free on shoutfactorytv.com. Oh, I don't know why I read that shout. Maybe because like the knowledge that Ultraman is not English. Shoutfactorytv.com. Alright. Writing it down. Thank you. Which it sounds like I wrote it out with only 2 characters. It's because I Control-C'd and Control-Z'd it, I swear. Writing it down being a term used loosely. There's like a bunch in here. I think this is Kirby's Epic Yarn. It's probably played like 5 times since I've been streaming, but I just haven't noticed the first 4. I like Kirby's Epic Yarn. I think it was kind of like the bastard child of the Kirby series, but I think it's really good. You know, I've thought about doing just chatting streams before and just like doing nothing but sitting here and talking, but then I was like, oh, I should do a just chatting stream where I like just MS Paint art at the same time. I'm like, Rain, you already do that. That's like, where's your art streams? And I was like, oh yeah. A lot of my stuff devolves into just chatting. Superaya is also less difficult about things than Toei, so you can probably just find them on YouTube, because I doubt they'd pull it down. That's super cool. Honestly, Nozomi Entertainment has like a lot of shit just up on YouTube. Like if you ever want to watch Gaku and Alice, or which I think that's Nozomi and Pita 10, which is like a great series. If you ever want to watch those, they're just all entirely online. And I'm like, I love that. Also, Code Lyoko is all on YouTube, and it's like it's on Netflix too, but Netflix crops it, so like all of the shots are like shot really weirdly because it's like horribly cropped. But the quality is a lot better on Netflix. So if you'd rather have the original colors and stuff like that, then Netflix is the way to go. But if you'd rather have the original compositions, then YouTube's the way to go. There's really no winning. Zentai says, some of the seasons have English dubs. I'm not sure the coverage, but Ultraman Z just got a dub recently, and it's one of the newer seasons. Oh, well, good on them for being so popular enough to get translated and more accessible to more audiences. I'll probably just watch the sub if it's what's available, easiest especially. Unless the dub's like legendary. Right, oh my gosh, Revs and I really want to watch Sonic X. But I was looking it up, I was like, well, just in case, I don't want to commit all this time if the sub's better. So I googled it, and I was like, do you watch the sub or the dub for Sonic X? And everyone was like, please watch the sub. Not only does the dub do like a lot of needless audio editing, like a lot of like really bombastic songs where there isn't even music in the actual anime, but the Sonic X sub, like, characters die. In the sub, they say they die, but in the dub, they, like, retcon it, or like, oh, it's so sad that character is gone for now. And they're like, yeah, they, like, censor shit in the English version because it's for kids. And I'm like, what? That kind of makes me want to watch the original Pokemon in Japanese, too, just to be like, am I missing stuff? Was there, like, more severe stakes that's in Japanese? But it's like, okay, if you're watching it for, like, the voice cast, then it's like, that's fair. I like the Pokemon English voice cast a lot, so I do watch English Pokemon a lot. Except for Pokemon Sun and Moon. I would prefer to go out of my way to watch that in Japanese, because I like it a lot better in Japanese. But, anyway, Sonic X, like, subbed, really fucking hard to find. Like, unreasonably hard to find. Like, you have to, like, download stuff, or, which is, like, fine, I guess, if it's, like, a reputable source. It's just, like, frustrating to have to do that. Like, does the site not have it? And pirating sites aren't what they used to be. They are really difficult to use these days. The amount of pop-ups and shit they have make it so, like, even if you have ad blocker, like, you're just fucked. Man, pirating sites used to be so much easier to use. But nowadays, it's like, no, I can't. This is just genuinely not usable. There's so much variety in these markings. I love it. Sendai says, also Hideaki Anno, creator of Evangelion, recently made a movie retelling a modern version of the original Ultraman show from the 60s that's really good, called Shin Ultraman. The sub and dub had a limited release in the US theaters, and I think it should be out on DVD pretty soon. Aw, that's cool. My roommate's, like, obsessed with Evangelion and really likes Hideaki Anno's work and stuff, so maybe that'll be a way for us both to get into it. Although it does feel kind of like a bit of a bummer to get into something by watching, like, the modern version of it, where it's like, oh, I guess someone's like, oh man, I really like Tokyo Mew Mew New Edition. I'd be like, that's really cool. But, like, the original is, like, my favorite anime of all time, so I definitely would, like, if someone's like, am I missing anything? I'd be like, you are missing a lot if you watch the new one and not the old. So, like, I feel like a lot of things can be that way. So it says, if you need a good pirate site for Japanese media, try nya.c. Okay. I wonder if they would have Sonic X. I will write it down. I mean, we did talk about the Passion of Nya earlier. Speaking of, this guy looks cool as fuck. I think I'm doing a great job. I'm kicking ass. Not to suck my own dick or anything, but I think this is turning out great. I wonder if I should do green shadows. Yeah, I like that more. If it's the color palette. And it says, I mean, the new one is made to be easier to get into for new people. You can always go back and watch the originals after. Okay. Yeah, I think if it's just made to be easier to watch, then, like, that's fair. Because, like, a lot of things weren't built originally to last as long as they did, or to go through all the arcs they did. They just kind of were flying by the seat of their pants. So if you watched one that's, like, a little more structured, that's cool. I think things like Tokyo Mew Mew New, while I am excited to eventually watch, I keep forgetting that this second season is airing right now, because I'm watching Skip and Loafer instead. But, like, I think it's, like, Tokyo Mew Mew New, it feels like an unnecessary, like, modern retelling, where it's like, well, now they have, wait for it, smartphones. And I'm like, okay, does that add to the plot? Like, phones weren't really, like, oh, cool! My roommate just got, like, out of their tattoo. I thought their appointment was gonna be, like, way longer. Wow, good for them. They might call, and if they do call, I do have to go to a BRB screen because I use my phone for my webcam, and it would just totally jank up things. The sensei says, I like Evangelion, but I'm glad Ano has moved on to projects he likes more. He was in a really bad place mentally and emotionally when he made Evangelion. Oh yeah, my roommate, she tells me all about like the interviews she's watched and stuff. I'm like, that sounds so sad, and she's like, yeah. I'm really glad that he's moved on to things that are nicer. Ursa says, oh, is Brevs okay? Oh yeah, she was just at a really long, tattoo appointment. But at the same time, she wasn't really doing that well before she left, so I hope she's okay. I would like to check in on her, so I might have to cut it short. I wonder if I can speed run the rest of them. But I didn't want to half-ass anyone. They're all beautiful babies. They don't deserve any half-assery. But they do deserve love. Ursa says, in some series I want to watch one of these days are Ojamajo, Doremi, and Hamtaro. 'Cause childhood. Cubhood? Oh man, I've tried to rewatch old Hamtaro, and I haven't gotten really far because my attention span's low, but it's really cute. I used to watch that all the time as a kid. It's so good. Even though my attention span's low. It's still good. And the Doremi, isn't that a magical anime? I love magical anime. It may be like a lot of same tropes, but I don't know. I treasure them. Sendai says he's in a good place now because he made Shin Godzilla, Shin Ultraman, and Shin Kamen Rider, which are all based on shows and movies Anno loved as a kid. Oh, so they're like just blatantly passion projects. That's so nice. Yeah, I bet I'd mention that to my roommate. She'd be like, oh yeah, I knew about those. And I'd be like, wanna watch them on a movie night? And she'd be like, super down. Oh my gosh, I wonder if I can bust off this drawing in the next, like, 20, since Brevs is only, like, 20 minutes from here. Ah, there's now a time limit I was unaware of. I'm gonna assume this cat has a brown tail to start with. And then I'll make the edges dark. There we go. Okay. And then they've got like the shoulder pads thing that kind of go around. Man, if I could remake any show from when I was a kid, I don't know if I would, because I like them all so much. But any show that I thought got dirty, like done dirty, or like never got to see its conclusion, maybe. Or where I'm like, it was good until the end. I don't have that many shows that I thought were just good until the end, though. Most of them are like, I guess I'd like to see Fruits Basket redone, but in the actual art style and with like the original vibes of the original anime. And like all the original choices. I guess I wouldn't even like to redo it. I would really just like to pick back up from episode 26. And that's it. Just be like, can we just resume production? I really feel like that could have gone well. I really wish they just resumed production on Fruits Basket, instead of like starting a whole new Fruits Basket. But it's all about bringing a new audience, and let's like modernize the technology, and it's like I don't really think giving the characters smartphones adds to the story very much. It's like, well, now it's relatable, and it's like, I really think just the struggles of life were relatable enough. Like, should we not be able to relate to the past? I don't know. Zenda says, the first two are really great movies. Shin Kamen Rider only came out recently, so I haven't watched it yet, but it looks good from trailers and reactions from Japanese fans. Oh, I'm glad it's being received well. That's always good to hear. It's like sucks when someone works on like a passion project and it's like, oh, this is really important, and then it like isn't good. Cause like even Tokyo Mew where I'm like, this is an incredibly unnecessary retelling that changes not like a lot of good things and changes them in kind of bad ways. You can kind of feel that the people who did it like had some passion for the original project. Like it doesn't feel soulless. It's not just like, oh, can we make more money out of something that already existed sort of thing. It's like, no. The new Tokyo Mew, the reason I'm like, I am gonna watch season 2, even though it's like, yeah, the original definitely was like more interesting in pretty much every way. It's like, well, I don't know, their heart's in it, and it's hard not to watch something from, like, someone who obviously also feels like a fan of the thing that you like too. Like, you know what, they're fellow Tokimimi fans. I wanna support this project. I wanna see them see it to the end. Like, this is probably the dream of some of the people on set. So I wanna root for them. I don't know how any of these markings look because they're kind of off camera. I don't know why I did this cat from a different angle than she actually is sitting in. Okay. I think once I add some white whiskers, which I might make light gray, just so you can see him, then she might be done. Okay, let me write her name, and then I might have to call it, just because I know, like, technically, oh, we can do the K we saw earlier. Technically, it's like, well, I could just turn on the noise canceling, but I'm already, like, streaming for an hour longer than I normally ever would. 4-hour streams are definitely where I end up capping things off. So it's like, that's probably for the best, like, health-wise anyways. Because, like, right now I'm like, no, I feel fine, I'm doing great. I will probably sleep for, like, 8 hours after this. The second I get up from this chair, I'm gonna be like, oh, wait, I am disabled. I've been, like, so sick this week, too. It's been, like, not giving me a break, but I've been doing everything to stay healthy for today, because I was so excited to come back to streaming. And you know what? This has been such a great return. Like, I don't know, it's been nice to meet new friends like you, Sentai, and it's been nice to, like, draw people's pets and, like, talk with old friends, see people unite together on stream and stuff. It's just, like, I don't know, it's been a real feel-good day. This has absolutely made my day. I might do a part 2 where I do everyone else's pets, or I might do them off-stream. I think I'll probably end up doing that. But, I probably should take, like, a break from sitting down for a while. And lay down for a while. Sendai says, yeah, this is a comfy stream. Glad I stumbled upon it. I don't know what fate brought you here, but I am so glad it did. I learned a lot about Japanese and Gundam Day and Ultraman and got some really good sights too. And, on top of all of it, I had your wonderful company, so thank you. Oh, and Ursa says, break time, love. Hydrate and stretch. Alright, stretching. Eee. Yeah, 4 hours in. Really can't underestimate those stretches and those hydrates. Whew. Alright, did lots of stretches. Gonna hydrate. Thank you for the head pats. Ursa says, good boy. Thank you. And John Jones says, sounds like a good idea! Whoops. Caps. Yeah, I'll be sure to finish him off stream. Sorry I couldn't get to your beautiful animals today. They will be the next though, so once Loki's complete... Oh, no, then it's... I'm sorry to lie to you. They're not next. Shinies are next. And then yours. But I'm excited to draw the next Loki. Because this Loki was cool as fuck. Oh yeah, and wanted to shout out to Hana. Because I didn't get to earlier. Let me go scroll back up and make sure I type in her name right. I always liked names with the letter, or the sound aka in it. I thought that they're very cool. That is not how that goes. I did that wrong. There we go. Ha-ta-ta-ta. Hana is also a VTuber, and she is very friendly, nice, and encouraging, so I recommend following her. Wait, I can't delete my own message. John give a thumbs up, thank you. Sendai says, I searched the art category for the VTuber tag to find someone to have in the background while I work. Oh, well, I'm excited to hear about what you worked sometime. I mean, if you would like to talk about it now, I'd love to hear what you're working on. But also, like, thanks for chatting. Thanks for stopping by, and I'm glad if this stream was sufficiently cozy for your working pleasure. Because, I mean, that's what I try to do. I will probably have a hype stream someday. I still want to play Beat Saber. And be like, but Rain, you can't do a lot of physical exercise. I'm like, you know what? I'm still gonna play Beat Saber again someday. I'll work up to it and we'll have a stream someday for it. But until then, I like these cozy streams. It's nice. Sunday says, I'm a computer engineer. Oh, heck yeah! That's so cool! No wonder you're so smart. I feel like computer engineers, like, That's like part of the job, is you have to be super smart. Like, that's like one of the smartest jobs. Well, thank you for sharing your wisdom and intelligence today. I appreciate it. It's always nice to learn new things. Loki cat version. Saved. And, well, I guess this is me signing off. It always kind of blindsides me whenever it happens. Or this is, oh, Rainy, thank you. Oh, thank you. I'm unsure what you're expressing gratitude for, but I am very grateful you're here. I'm grateful all of you guys were here. Oh shoot, should I try to raid? Let me think. How much time do I have left? Okay. Renyan is currently playing Midnight Train. They're playing the final chapter, so I mean a finale sounds pretty darn cool. But Ursa says, I was having a rough afternoon, and you being here helped. Oh, well I'm glad if it helped the afternoon. I hope the rest of it's a lot better too. Yeah, your happiness means a lot to me, so thanks for sharing it with me. Alright. I've queued up slash raid? Gosh dang it. Whenever I don't stream for a while, I totally forget all the commands. But I would like to say, on my way out, thank you everyone for hanging out today. Thanks for being a pal. Thanks for just being so friendly and sharing your wonderful pets to me. Very happy non-Valentine's, non-Christmas day. And happy 420. If you smoke weed, I hope it treats you well today. And otherwise, I just hope the day treats you well. Sentai says, thanks for the stream! Thanks for the company! I know it's probably redundant to say that again, but really, thank you, thank you, thank you! It's so nice. Next time you see me, it won't be this pink, but I will be this happy to see you, I promise. Shiny says, again, it's great to see you back, Rainy. Thank you, Shiny! And I can't wait to draw beautiful Gaius. I really look forward to drawing Gaius. I'm sorry you guys don't see Gaius on stream. Follow me on Twitter, and well, you'll see Gaius. I will post it to Twitter. This is beautiful when I draw them. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and rain Renyan. She is super friendly, super nice, and also super chill. So if you're looking to continue chill content, she's playing Midnight Train, and it's like it looks like a visual novel, like pixel art game, so it definitely seems very chill. But it's the finale, so it'll also be fun. And I just hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you for being here, and have a great day. Bye!